baby. Listen. And it's time to say, won't he do it? I know I'm late. I'm always late, but I really know I'm late today, girl, because, yeah, no. It was some family things going on, Lord. I'm just so thankful. I'm just so thankful. It's been a lot going on with Scooter. And, yeah, no. God showed up and he showed out, you know. That's that. I'm just on that old song back in the day at your home church, and then, you know, I can just hear Eartha. Y'all don't know who Eartha is, but she was like our choir director, and she'd say, "What you know about Jesus? He's all right. What you know about Jesus? He's all right. He's all right. What you know about Jesus, baby? He's all right. What you know about Jesus? He's all right. He's all right. Oh my God, I'm so thankful. So Scooter's all right. Scooter was I'm gonna just leave that alone. But God broke an axle on his way out of town for him to say, this is a sign. I've been saying, I told him to pray about it for 30 days. Let God direct your path. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will direct your path. He went from a BMW truck that, what happened to that one? That's his car that he tried to get fixed. It was something wrong with that. Had to pay and get parts and, get that repaired. Then something else happened to that one, and then his pops put him in a Volvo SUV, which would have been Momo. He was trying to move out of state, far out of state, East Coast. First time moving. None of us was happy about it. They just got the tags and everything put on this BMW SUV, and on his way out to Oklahoma to go pick up his stuff out of storage from college, the axle broke. He called and said, God has spoken. I was like, what? Wait, what? He said the axle broke. He said, this is God. This is God. I know this is God. Praise God. Won't he do it? I'm so glad that he allowed him to see that this may not have been his will, his way, his timing, and without him being hurt and injured. So, Lord, I thank you. So that's my joy today. What you know about Jesus, he's all right. He's all right. He's all right. So anyway, that was my delay today. And majority of all week, that's been my delay, trusting God, getting him to trust in God fully. He knows the Lord, but when you make up in your mind as a young person and you trying to, want to be grown, and I get it. I get it. And I was willing to go to the journey with him. But God said, hold up. Oh, my God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. That's all I want to say is thank you, Lord. I love you with all my heart. I depend on you, and he has to learn to depend on God, too. And I'm so glad that he said, this is God. This is God saying, not right now. Whew, thank you. So anyway, I had to give my testimony, praise and worship, and my little testimony, because I've been going through, a lot has been going on worldwide, just worldwide, and trying to, keep the faith. Like I keep telling y'all, I'm sorry, my system been acting up here lately. It's been doing its own thing. I've been trying to tell y'all here lately that this whole scenario with Karmelo Anthony is sensitive to me. It's very sensitive to me because Scooter is a good kid. He is a kid that will do everything he can do to do the right thing and stay out of trouble, make good choices for the most part, and it was just way too close because it don't matter how good you raise them, how many good values you place in them. When the devil is busy, the devil is busy. And when the devil wants you, the devil wants you. So you got to stay prayed up and armored up. And, mature people, seasoned people know this. The young people just said this right here. Young people, think they know it. I mean, but a lot of times they don't. They just as green as they want to be. And following the law ain't what it used to be. And heck, I'm finding out now it ain't never been what we thought it was. You understand? These people been playing in our face, and they the crookedest crooks of them all. They are who they try to say we are. And I'm just going to call a spade a spade. So when I get intense and passionate about it, because to me, Karmelo Anthony is Scooter. And Scooter is Karmelo Anthony. They both were good kids. Didn't go looking for nothing. We'll talk some noise every now and again because they sports active. They're into sports. Scooter has played football. He's played basketball. He even did lacrosse for a minute. I think that's the name of it. So talking noise is what they do. And you can follow the law, but the law will be bypassed depending on who it is. So yeah, I'm very passionate about it. I'm solid. I'm on all 10 toes and fingers about this Karmelo case because he's a good kid. So all of the people who are thinking that, oh yeah, when I was this, I was the, hey, but y'all was raised different. Y'all on two different levels because y'all still got that thug mentality in you. And some of these kids don't have it. Wasn't raised with it. So all kids don't go in the same category. Karmelo Anthony was a good kid until he came across some white chocolate hillbilly Frisco thugs. Okay? So let me move on. What I want for the people who missed it yesterday. I'm hearing everybody is talking about the Metcalf, Hunter, what some of these people are saying. I already said, but what's intriguing to me, what's absolutely intriguing to me, yeah, I love it, baby. Hey, Naturally New Orleans. So maybe some of y'all will understand my passion knowing that I see Scooter in Karmelo Anthony. And if I'm solid about a kid I don't know, what you think I'm going to be solid about with Scooter? Huh? So listen. Let me move him, I need the tow truck to come on, hurry up and go get him. Yes, indeed, honey, get him off that road. Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm intrigued with what we listened to yesterday because I am almost 100% sure that who the caller was that we listened to yesterday, who made sure, I don't know if he knew that he was making sure that we knew that it was him. That caller was Eddie. And he's fearful now. And I'm hearing, I'm hearing such a fear. See, this is what happens when you start out lying. Because he was supposed to be the star witness for Karmelo Anthony. He was supposed to be the star witness for Karmelo Anthony. Okay, Natural in New Orleans. He was supposed to be the star witness for Karmelo Anthony, and said that he was dodging. So he is who had to be subpoenaed because he never wanted to testify. Yeah, because you know that you was involved way more than what we even thought. Far past the inviting him over, never said nothing that you knew him, all of that. Yeah, why would you change clothes? You sure that you are not the one who poked? Because when I thought about it, when you was on the stand, when they said Karmelo Anthony's boyfriend, you said ex. In such a way, because I remember saying, oh, he wanted folk to know that they ain't together no more. I remember saying that. Ex. Like, deep down on the inside, long time ago, that was supposed to be your girl. Uh-huh. Was you trying to get him out the way? What? You sure you didn't poke Hunter by accident? You sure you wasn't the guy at the trash can? Why you change your clothes? Because it was wet outside. Well, wasn't everybody else wet? Wasn't everybody else wet? I'm just asking. Why you coming out your clothes? Why was it important for you to correct that it was X? Like you had satisfied. Like you had done something to make that happen. X. Boyfriend. Did y'all families wish and hope long time ago that maybe that y'all would be, grow up together and be together, and you know how that arranged type stuff. Is that did he spoil your thing? And on top of that, y'all sorry folk, he up there. I'm sure if y'all talking football trash, that he got 30 offers. Now I don't know how many of them offers was football, but we know he got 30 offers. He got 30 offers for something great. And I ain't heard none of y'all stats match up to his, or your grades and stuff get 30 offers for college. Now, I did hear through the grapevine, I heard it through the grapevine, that you got a scholarship from them good old boys to lie, because you said that you only talked to the defense attorney maybe a day or two before trial because you was dodging them. So who flipped you? Who flipped you? Because they knew that you were supposed to be the star witness for Karmelo Anthony, and you got flipped. So my question to you is, who flipped you? Were you flipped by Jeff Metcalf? Who flipped you, Eddie Parker? Because you're finna be in trouble, and you know it. That's why you panicking. That's why I know this is you on this phone call. Because you panicking hard. I mean hard. You are panicking hard. You panicking than somebody, like somebody who pulled the trigger. Because that's what sociopaths do. They stay kind of close, and then they want to come back to the scene. Ain't that the sociopath who do that type stuff? Come back to the scene, offer to help, And now you saying, I was bullied too. Yeah, I know. Austin was a bully. But he didn't have a knife. And when I'm going through checking you out, that girl, I put it on my wall. This girl said the knife was a Walmart knife. The knife that they showing is not the knife. It's a Walmart knife that has a flashlight, the utility tool. And it said it was the blade was small. It was a poke. That's why I want to know, because nobody saw it. Nobody saw him raise his hand to like to jab. There's no way you can see that. You can see they scuffled. You can see a more than one person put hands on him. Or you can see him hop out the back, but you can't see him poke nobody. So reasonable doubt is all over the place. Gotta have a new trial, because reasonable doubt is all over the place. And for this kid to say, but he, what I saw, what the fuck you mean you saw? Where you see this at? Where you see it at, Eddie? Keep talking. Where you see that at? But I thought, no. You got tripped up in this call trying to find how you can clear yourself and how you can try to change a narrative. And you flipped up and said you saw. How did you see if you wasn't there? You dropped a lot of facts, ain't it? Thank you, Harlem. Romeo Harlem. Hey, thank you, Precious. Hey, Perp. Yeah. So while you trying to find a way to clear, what am I gonna say to these people when they come calling me? Cause you know they calling. You know they coming. You messed around and said, I saw how you see it. You didn't see it through that blurry shit. Your eyes are not bionic. You do not have special lenses, and you could not see, And now you coming up with all these scenarios, and cause y'all talking, and y'all getting scared, and getting scared. These people ain't playing with you. They is not gonna be playing with you. They finna call you out on the bull that the defense should have caught your ass up on when you was lying up on that stand. That bull crap, because see, now you know that these people ain't finna play with you like Frisco ISD, how Jeff Metcalf, the DA, the crooked ass judge, ain't none of them folk finna play with you. So that all in cahoots. Well, he got to get some time bullshit. He shouldn't have got none. He should have never been charged with anything. That's why it took y'all so long for the grand jury to come up, with the indictment. It took a long time because y'all was going to have to flip the script. Because they knew then and they know now that it was self-defense in the state of Texas. Now, I don't know where you from, but it's self-defense, and they know that. So now y'all scared, because everything they promised you, shit is finna change. What you mean it don't match? Yeah, I know, they know that lie that y'all put together, that frackle-knackle bullshit, is not going to work this time around. And ain't shit nobody can do that's going to save you. What am I doing different? And the judge, he already finna back out on y'all. I'm trying to make sure my internet ain't gonna have no problems today. It was just tore up from the floor up yesterday. So that's what's happening. So now y'all scared. Do your mom and them know that you lied? Do Karmelo, ex-girlfriend, do she know you lied? Your play cousin that you had a crush on. Huh? Your play cousin. That deep down you thought that she was gonna see you the way she saw Karmelo. Her. Do she know you lied? Do she know you're a liar? Auntie Phil, you laughing at it? Yeah, I'm laughing at it. I'm laughing at all of them. Because they thought they was Slick Rick. They thought they was finna get away with it. And they almost did. Until they gave him 35 years. See, if y'all wouldn't have gave him 35 years, some of these people who ain't solid would have been like, well, yeah, because he was facing 99. You know, somebody, he was going to have to go to jail. No, bullshit. Not if they would have followed the rules of the law. And not if they would. And so we need to also know what the judge's instruction was, because we know that before they went in to deliberate, the state said, vote with your heart. The heart of Austin, that they done stabbed him, just jabbed him 50 million times in his heart. So judge with your heart. Didn't you hear the people crying? Didn't you was like, oh my God, why you stick him in the heart? Chest, stomach, it's still the heart. Anywhere in that area is the heart. Whether it was the heart or not, it was the heart. We're going to stick with the heart. Because we got to convince y'all for him to be guilty. I know we know. Shh, don't tell nobody. He wasn't guilty. The crime started with the Metcalf boys. But, in the heart. We got to play up the heart. Then you come on the line yesterday and you said the heart. And you know good and damn well you didn't see him stab him in his heart. Not off of the first video, the second or the third. I need for them to show us. I need an analysis to go in and check that bag to find one poke where a blade done went through. The tip of the blade went through. That's all. I need that bag examined, baby, because see, I have a nylon bag. It ain't a backpack, but I have one that I used to carry. And hell, sometimes the pen, the tip of a pen would slide through that nylon. And you know how you have a little old prick on your arm. You got to be mindful of that now. But hell, that has happened to me before. So I need the backpack fully examined. And we need for somebody to explain why Eddie or Hunter or somebody up under that tent threw something away. He didn't chase Karmelo. He didn't go after the bad guy. Why not? Your brother or your friend or your football, a teammate, somebody done poked him. He running off. You wasn't seeing about Austin. Hell, you was more in love with the trash can. You showed that trash can more attention than you showed your bleeding brother or bleeding schoolmate or your best friend. Whichever one, you choose, A, B, or C. But you gave that trash can more attention than you gave your dying brother. Because one thing is for sure, Hunter was not there holding his brother. By the time he made it back to where his brother had fallen down and, couldn't get up, and they were saying, the coach was there by the end saying, stay with me. Stay with me. And they wouldn't let Hunter nowhere near that. So where was Hunter? Where was Hunter? Oh, he was at the trash can. Oh, okay. He was at the trash can. What was he doing at the trash can? Was he throwing up? No, he threw something in there and then ran back over there. He didn't want to get caught with something on him. Was it drugs? What was it? They saying, you know, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. Which one was it? Oh, okay. Yeah. And why don't you go back and get it? If it was trash, why did you go back and get it? You was just throwing something away. A little something, something. So why was it so important that you go back and get it? Yeah, y'all in trouble. I just want y'all to know y'all asses is in trouble. And you know, I don't think I know everything, but I do know one thing is for sure. Y'all are involved in more than what you involved in. Well, we think you involved in. Y'all are in deep. Y'all in shit trouble. And now you scared. So that's why I want for us to go back over. Oh boy, it kept just playing over and over in my head, man. It was just over and over in my head. Hearing Eddie trying to make excuses, trying to find an avenue out, thinking old boy was gonna go along with his story and it just didn't fit. None of what you said made sense. And you was trying too hard. You was trying way too hard. And I saw that witness, I think that old witness, y'all remember a long time ago, I said there was a man who said he has 2 daughters that ran track and he saw it. I think somebody done found him too. He said them boys jumped him. He said them boys jumped him. And it wasn't a man that was there on the grounds. Not him. It was another one. His daughter ran track. And he said he saw it. And he said, man, them boys jumped him. So let's start listening to Eddie. I just need us to understand that this is Eddie, y'all. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we're defending him. Yeah, because we hate white people. When in the history of this country has that been the case?
Shout out to Luke.
You're on the line. What's the disagreement?
Hold on, let me pause the video. Yeah, I disagree with the idea that he should have been charged with manslaughter because it's clearly murder. You can't stab someone just because they push you.
Is that why you stabbed him?
Well, yeah, I mean, you saw the video, didn't you?
How do you go into his intent based off on the video?
Well, it looked to me like he had his hand on the knife already before he stabbed them because...
Oh, shit!
Bullshit.
Where did you see that in the video? What part of the video?
Well, I mean, it looked to me like as soon as Austin pushed him...
He couldn't have saw it looks to me he could not have saw that from that video.
Before he stabbed them because...
Oh, shit! Where did you see that in the video?
Before he stabbed them because...
Oh, shit! Where did you see that in the video? What part of the video?
Well, I mean, it looked to me like as soon as Austin pushed him...
As soon as Austin pushed him.
On the knife in the video, because I didn't see that.
Well, how did he get the knife out so quick and stab him? It looked to me, based off what the witnesses, based off everything I know. Well, yeah, I mean, you saw the video, didn't you?
How do you go into his intent based off on the video?
Well, it looked to me like he had his hand on the knife already before he stabbed them because...
Oh, shit!
Bullshit.
Where did you
Just,
see that in the video? What part of the video?
Well, I
did you
mean, it looked to me,
I understand it
like
looked
as
to
soon
you,
as
but
Austin
sorry.
pushed him,
see? Where did you see
as
that
soon
he
as
had
Austin
his hand on
pushed
the
him-
knife in the video? Because I didn't see that.
well, how did he get the knife out so quick and stab him? It looked to me, based off what the witnesses, based off everything I know about the trial.
Wait, hold
it
on,
seems
hold
to me
on,
like
'cause now-
Karmelo had
hold
his
on.
hand in the bag.
Wait, hold on. We're now saying something different. You said based on the video, it looked to you that he had his hand.
I mean,
It wasn't
looked to
about
me-
the video. He was there. He was there. It looked to me, because you was looking on and you was filming it. You were filming it.
I mean, you saw the video, didn't you?
How do you go into his intent based off on the video?
Should have said, where's your video at, Eddie? That's what he should have said. He should have said, Eddie, where your video at? How can we find your video? I mean, the trial is over. He already got 35 years. Least you can do is show us the video that they made you pull down that these new attorneys gonna find anyway. You gonna learn today. Not today, but you finna learn. You finna learn.
Well, it looked to me like he had his hand on the knife already before he stabbed him because.
Oh shit! Where did you
Just,
see that in the video? What part of the video?
Well, I
did you
mean,
see?
it looked to me.
I
Like
understand it
as
looked to
soon
you,
as
but
Austin
sorry.
pushed him.
Where did you see
as
that he
soon
had
as
his
Austin
hand on
pushed
the
him-
knife in the video? Because I didn't see that.
Well, how did he get the knife out so quick and stab him? It looked to me, based off what the witnesses, based off everything I know about the trial.
Wait, hold
it
on,
seems
hold
to me
on,
like
'cause now-
Karmelo had
hold
his
on.
hand in the bag.
Wait, hold on. We're now saying something different. You said
He
based
trying
on
to
the
run that
video,
narrative.
It looked to you that he had his hand on the knife. I then asked you where in the video did it look like he had his hand on the knife.
Well, obviously,
And you
you're
ran
not
from
able
that
to
and
see
said,
it
well,
because it-
well, how did he get the knife so quick? Well, based off of witness testimony. So you just lying.
No, I'm saying.
No,
Okay,
what you
forget
just did.
everything
This is why Eddie didn't want. This is why Eddie didn't want to take the stand and be a witness. This right here is why he kept dodging the attorneys and all of that. So when he said that he only talked to the attorney 2 or 3 days before, yeah, it's because you were running from the truth. You knew that your ass wasn't a good liar. See? And you know that you was going to easily be tripped up. That's why they tried to act like, see, you not 17 no more. Y'all may have been 17 when it happened, but y'all are 18, 19 years old now. So why they still handling y'all like y'all preschoolers and shit, I don't know. You bold enough to call in on a hotline disagreement day. So you want to disagree with what his view of the shit is, and you done already got exposed. You got exposed last night from me. I peeped straight through your shit. I peeped straight through you. I was able to identify your trifling snake ass right off the bat. Didn't take me long at all, baby. And just to hear you talk match up with your face. Little mixed breed boy. Little mixed breed, and you ain't mixed with black. But you still 50 shades of brown. You see how that work? You still come from us. And you in denial of it. And you set your partner up. Yeah, you was an easy read. And then I know, I mean, you know, I do think I have some sense, you know. Hell, if I didn't know before, I sure do now. Yeah, I'm having internet issues again because it is not even recognizing. I can't even sign in. But anyway, yeah, use an easy read. Hey, third rail. Hey, Love Angel. Hey, Joe Wright. Hey, everybody that came in. Please hit the like button. I'm trying to sign in to make sure I'm at the full capacity. But anyway, it ain't gonna stop shooting. Oh, that's why I couldn't. Man, I forgot. Anyway. So yeah, use an easy read. And you would have ucked up if they wouldn't have waited until the last minute and offered you a scholarship. You got paid off. Because you was dodging everybody. You just did not want to go on the stand till you got subpoenaed. And then you flipped. You flipped at the last minute. And then your story changed. You went from being Karmelo Anthony's surprise, a star witness, to I really don't know him like that. You know, I mean, we speak, we dab, but you know, shit, I don't know that name. You flip. And then when the state said, this ain't you, this ain't you, sure this ain't you? Let me call your mama and ask your mama them. Was he at your grandmama, your granny's birthday celebration? It was a whole party. It was a whole affair. They had strings, a happy birthday, granny, with holes in the panties and shit. All, you know, pinatas and spinatas and, you know, that's the no. You know, all of that shit going on. Yeah, you know. See how bled? Y'all had all of that going on. I would have loved to have seen your facial expressions when he popped that shit out on you. Caught you smack dab in a lie. And they still didn't find reasonable doubt. Oh yeah, we got to do this all over again, baby. And then listening to you like, I can't understand why y'all can't see, why y'all not going along with the story. Because you busted. And at this point, everybody busted. So it's every man for himself. So when you're going to be trying to reach out to them to ask them what you need to do, all of that's going to be caught. Yeah, because all y'all phone lines are being watched now with an eagle goddamn eye. Everything y'all do is being watched. So people who was trying to talk you into, you know, your deceit, yeah, your snakery, your slithering of a tongue, they're not taking your calls right now, are they? Hell no. Hell to the no. Hell no. To the no. Yeah. Because Jeff Metcalf knowing that his ass is being watched too. The judge, the DA, everybody who was in on this modern day lynching. Let him be the fall guy. This is that Jim Crow shit, I'm telling you. That Jim Crow shit. Yeah. It came faster than y'all thought. But carry on, dude. Carry on, eh? You know, this was mind-blowing to me. Everything all them other people are talking about, yeah, it's important. But this right here, this is to me like Hunter. In the beginning, when Hunter told off on himself and his brother. This right here is equivalent, very close to being equal to that. You don't place yourself in Frisco. You don't place yourself at these schools. You don't place yourself of being bullied by them. I was bullied too. Yeah. So somewhere in there, you know, you don't know why you didn't let them know that you knew, because your ass was scared. You didn't want your ass whooped. Why you talking to this Nick talking shit about your school? If he talking shit about, he talking shit about you too. That's why one of them kids said that Austin stood up for the team. That's why it was more than one of y'all put hands on Karmelo Anthony. Y'all jumped him because he was taken up. He was talking shit about y'all football team, y'all sorry ass football team. Y'all should have done better. And y'all should have been practicing. Y'all should have said, Coach, no, we don't need to go up in here and look at the girls and flirt and, you know, shooting shit breeze. We need to be out on that field practicing so we don't look like the dumpster, you know, the landfill of shit next season. You understand? But now, y'all wanted to be on the field flirting. You know, that's why he said, no plan. You need to step up, be serious. You need to grow the fuck up. Yeah, that's what the coach was trying to tell you. I didn't know the coach was black. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I knew that. But anyway, carry on. Let's go. Carry on. Let's go. Let's listen. Let's listen to the. They called him Judas. Let's listen to Judas.
Yeah, I mean, it gave you some impulse control. Because I caught you in a lie and you're upset that... Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. We're now saying something different. You said based on the video, it looked to you that he had his hand on the knife. I then asked you, where in the video did it look like he had his hand on the knife?
Well, obviously,
Then you ran from that and said, well, how did he get the knife so quick? Well, based off of witness testimony. So you just lying.
Just talking.
No, I'm saying.
No,
Okay,
what you
forget
just
everything
did
about
was
the witness
lie. 'Cause
testimony.
it-
But Lucas, did he not have his hand
Hold
on his
on,
knife?
calm
Or,
down.
I mean,
It gave you some impulse
Okay.
control. Because I caught you in a
Okay.
lie and you're upset that you got caught.
unlike Karmelo, okay.
Unlike Austin, who's dead. But what you
Yeah,
need to do
Austin,
is just say,
Austin's
hey,
a bully. I'm not denying
you
that.
got caught in the lie. You admit that?
Austin is a bully. I'm not denying that. Austin is a bully. I'm not denying that. Just like Karmelo. He said, well, that's why Austin is dead. Well, Karmelo, I mean, Austin is a bully. I'm not denying that. Well, he was. He's no longer a bully. He's resting someplace, you know. May he rest in peace. Yeah, this is you, Eddie. Cause see now you can't really defend. You're not defending Austin. You're not defending him. You're covering for yourself. You're covering for starting this shit. That's your guilt. So yeah. So you're not denying, yeah, that Austin didn't start it. And yes, he was a bully. Cause he bullied you. You were scared of him. That's why you didn't want to tell him that, yeah, I know him. No. And for some reason you was mad at the fact that Karmelo was better than all y'all. And hell, it was maybe him who ran past y'all that y'all couldn't stop. Maybe it was him that y'all asses couldn't stop. Maybe it was him who made y'all look sorry as fuck. I don't know. But why did you have a bone to pick with him? People want to say you wanted this girl, but that was your cousin. That was your play cousin. You know, I know play cousins. I got play cousins. I was raised with play cousins. And I ain't looked at none of them like, oh, I could like my cousin. No, I ain't never done nothing like that. So hopefully it wasn't that you was liking on your play cousin, because when you really play cousins, they like family to you. You call their mama auntie and they daddy uncle. That's your cousin. We ain't blood. But that's your cousin. So surely, you know, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the little old doubt, old snake. Surely this wasn't about his girl, but you did make it clear. If you wasn't clear about nothing else on that stand, you was like, oh, no, they ex. That's her ex. Like, you took pride in that. I mean, that right there kind of made me think you had a crush on your cousin, your play cousin. But why were you mad? Why would you sell him out? Was that gonna make you have brownie points with the bullies? What was your motive? Surely it wasn't your play cousin. Now I know his stats was better than all y'all's damn near put together. He had 30 scholarship offers. And now person, not Megan, not Jeff, done said, you said he really wanted to play a professional. Well, he was. I'm sure he was. Yeah, he was second string. He should have been first. You know, all of this. Y'all ain't said nothing about no damn scholarship offers. So this is, you know, back in them Jim Crow days, this is the equivalent to somebody who, you know, was he the one in Oklahoma. It was somebody who was very, very smart, knew how to trade, make money, make all these things happen. And then, them folk that wasn't the darker end of the 50 Shades of Brown, because y'all all came from us. I just want everybody to get that in your thick head. Why folk want to act like white is superior. Hell, white is white chocolate. They still come from us. We are the original. We are in God's own image. They said he was bronze. Okay. Right off the bat. Not mixed with nothing. Not mixed with nothing. He was dark skinned. Our DNA is in you. Yours is not in us. So let's just be clear. How many scholarship offers did you have, Eddie? None of them had 30 scholarship offers. Not now one. So is that, and then you talking shit too? And then you talking shit too? And then you talking shit? Oh yeah. The whole team was on his ass and wanted him bad. Because I don't care what nobody say. 30 scholarship offers is very impressive. And you smart. And you're a good kid. You got 2 jobs. You don't get in trouble. You don't start nothing. That's very impressive. Very, very. Hey, room shaker. Hey to everybody. Love angel that I speak. Hey, everybody that I didn't speak to. Yeah, very impressive. Hell, it made me smile. It made me smile. It makes me smile to know that you had it going on like that. That's hate and jealousy. So that reminds me of when people say, let me pull you up off your horse. You riding too high up on the horse. Good grades, good kid, never get in trouble, can run track, play football. Damn, nigga, what can you not do on this field? Why else would you flip on him? Surely, again, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt and say, surely you wasn't in love with your play cousin. Surely you wasn't. But let's carry on, because you have told off on yourself. And I'm finna catch you up. I'm listening with my good ear today. Scooter is cool. You know, what I had going on, I just got that call. So, you know, he is trusting God that God has spoken. And he's going to acknowledge that what's going on right now is God saying no. Lord, I thank you. So now I can listen to you with my good ear. Let's carry on. And I'm going to catch you up. I'm finna trip you up. That's why your ass didn't want to go on the stand. Because if Auntie Fee can catch you up, and I'm good at it now. I'm really, really good at this shit. Then I know they should have caught it. But the difference is they didn't want to catch it. See, I want to catch it. I want to catch it. Just in case the right ear is listening in. You know, I don't know what it is, but it's like every time I throw something in the air, just to throw some gems up in there and saying, this is where we need to be looking. Somebody picks up on it and it grows feet. Because I want this to grow feet. While everybody's talking about all that stuff over there, I want this right here to grow feet. Since now we got a good defense team. So where one may be slipping, then the other one ain't. You understand? Where one missed, the other one gonna catch. So I want to throw some gems up in the air so it can grow feet. Let's go. Oh my God, Auntie Fee, that's why you do it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all ain't figured me out by now. I want shit to grow feet. I want us to focus on Eddie Because Hunter done already told off on himself. They just wanted to save Hunter. Because the Metcalfs couldn't handle losing both their twins. Yeah. Yeah, so he done already told off on himself. All they have to do is re-examine what he said and ask them why was this never, this, and if the judge rejected it, why? Why? Why he rejected? It's evidence. He confessed. He confessed over a year ago. So yeah, so why they still on Hunter? I'm on you, Eddie. I'm on your back. I'm finna lift your ass up like I'm a linebacker. Yeah, I'm finna stop you in your tracks. That same linebacker move that Austin put on Karmelo to lift his ass up to put him out. I'm finna lift your ass up with one of them type moves too. Online. Yeah, I'm finna lift your ass up. Flip you upside down and make the truth fall out of you. Let's go. Yes, indeed.
The fucking
Okay, so now we have
I don't
now
think
we have to
anyone
pause
was
here.
looking.
I understand. Now we have to
Okay.
pause here because you said, based off the video, it looked like he had his hand on the knife.
Line.
Hello? Okay.
Unlike how do you get the knife so quick? Well, based off of witness testimony. So you just lying.
No, I'm saying.
No,
Okay,
what you
forget-
did.
He wants those fake, that witness stand lies, the fake witness testimonies to carry this. That's what he wants. He wants the lies on the witness stand. He wants their lies. They were coached to say to carry this conversation. No, we passed that. We know that that's not true. Even what we can see, we know good and damn well you cannot and you could not see nobody hand in no bag. You don't see nothing blue up under them tents. They had to reposition, recut. They had to do a lot of analytical things to try to get us to be able to understand what it is that we seeing. And we know good and damn well ain't nobody seen no bag and nobody's hand up under that tent. You would have had to be there in order to see where Carmelo Anthony's hands was affiliated or associated with the bag. But by Hunter, oh Hunter, oh bad-tempered, bad, I don't like disrespect, Hunter said his brother picked up that bag. See, as far as we would have known, the bag was still sitting wherever the bag was. So holding it in his hand, I'm assuming that at the point of old mangy mutt growling ass Austin, when he went up to wherever Carmelo was, however many bleachers up, he grabbed his bag. He got aggressive. And he did what before he got poked? Because see, when Hunter tells it, it goes from his brother getting upset, grabbing the bag, getting aggressive, and then he said, oh, I've been stuck. Did he stick himself? Where did he push? Did he hand him his bag? Did he say, since you say he barely tapped him, and how do you go from aggressive to a tap? Baby tap. He just baby tapped him. He barely touched him. Ooh, yeah. So where did the aggression go in between that tap? I mean, cause when I'm just gonna size my own self up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm one back in the day. Not today. God is good. For the most part, God is good. I'm a Cancer Leo, baby, and I'm true to it. I'm nice, loving, caring. I'm attentive. I'm all of that stuff on the Cancer side. But once you get to that Leo is a piece of work, baby. I ain't gonna even lie. I am not in denial. I am truly a Cancer Leo. But once you come too close with that Leo, I'm sizing you up the whole time you coming towards me. And once you get too close, baby, that roar is a roar. I mean, it is what it is. So ain't no you get too close, I roar, and then I just nibble on you. I'm just gonna nibble on you. I ain't gonna rip your head off. I'm just gonna barely touch you like, oh, that ain't how that works. That ain't how that works. So your story don't even add up to Hunter's. His brother said that he was aggressive. He grabbed his bag. Now he falling back. You know, he raised his shirt up and say, I've been hit. I've been poked. I've been cut. I've been something. I'm bleeding. So how did Austin hand Karmelo his bag? Because some people say he fell over because Karmelo stayed sitting down. So when you grabbed his bag and did that lineman move that you poke yourself, when did he have his hand in the bag when Austin was able to grab his bag aggressively and did what with it? What did he do with the bag? He shoved it. Because see, if I'm finna put your ass out, if I'm mad and I'm Leo mad and I'm saying, yeah, you finna go. You finna go. Not about to. You finna go. And since you don't want to walk your ass up out of here, I'm finna put your ass out. And here, grab your shit. Get this shit, right? And I'm gonna say you're not handing it to him. You're not handing it to him when you're in an aggressive mindset. You gonna shove his shit. You gonna shove it. And that shove may be when you fell over on him. But you was still kind of moving like you know, blah, 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 you know, da, da, da. And then, God damn, what is it? And you touch and you realize you done been hit. I need to know, how did Austin give Karmelo his bag since he grabbed it? Because it went from aggression to grabbing his bag to, I really didn't see it. I turned for a minute. You turned because you knew your brother y'all was finna jump him. And nobody knows how Austin was hit. Nobody can tell you how Austin handed Karmelo his bag. And all that baby tapping shit ain't it. And you don't want to have to explain that. So I don't even think it was Karmelo. I think one of y'all was going to stick Karmelo with whatever tool y'all put y'all tent up with. Because some rope or some shoestrings or whatever y'all held that tent up with had to be cut. Once the knot was made, you cut, you saw it, you scissor it. However, there is a blade involved with how you have to separate the knot from whatever rope y'all used. But don't nobody want to talk about that. Carmelo Anthony was not the only person out there with a utility tool. If they had more than one tent. Remember, it was a cold and dreary day. It was raining. It was thunderstorming. It had been postponed. So how is that tent still standing? Yeah, let's go. They gonna wear y'all asses out. Baby, look at here. If Auntie Fee can make this shit make sense, you know they finna eat y'all ass up. Keep talking. Let's go.
witness
lie, 'cause
testimony.
it-
But
it-
Lucas, did he not have his hand
Hold
on his
on,
knife?
calm
Or,
down.
I mean,
Engage in some impulse
okay.
control. Because I caught you in a
Okay.
lie and you're upset that you got caught.
Unlike Karmelo, okay.
Unlike Austin, who's dead. But what you need to do is just say,
Austin's
hey,
a bully. I'm not denying that.
you got caught in a lie. You admit that?
No, like the fucking.
Okay, so now we have
okay,
to,
I don't
now
think
we have to
anyone
pause
was
here.
looking.
I understand now we have to
Integrity
pause here,
issues.
because you said, based off the video, it looked like he had his hand on the knife. That's what you said. Did you not?
Yes.
And then I asked you, where in the video does it look like to you? Because the video that I've seen
The police
is
got it.
very blurry. So maybe you got an HD.
So explain to me how, like, it looks to me.
So then
it
I
looks to me
asked
like
you,
as soon
where
as
in the
Austin-
video did it look like to you that he had his hand on the knife?
So
So-
how was he able to stab him immediately
I'm not
after getting
asking all of
cooked?
that.
Explain
I'm asking based off of what you saw, based on the
Okay.
video, how did it look like to you that he had his hand on the knife? What frame
Okay,
do you believe that you saw him have his hand on the knife? Now, if you can't answer that
Look,
question, just
I
say
don't want to.
yes.
I don't want to. Look, I don't want to debate this. I want
Hold
to.
on, I don't want to debate that either.
Okay.
But what's on the table right now is the veracity of your words, right? So if you want to say, I'll even give you a way out. You can say I misspoke. If you don't want to say
Okay, I
lie.
misspoke.
Did you
too.
misspeak?
I misspoke.
Okay.
You know good damn well you done got
Well, now
caught.
you
But I
can't
want
admit
to
that
get
you
to my main
misspoke.
point.
Did you or did you not say that you, based off the video, you believe that he had his hand on the knife? Did you not say that?
I guess I did.
What do you mean? You
I
guessed?
guess I
Do
did.
you not know what you said?
Can I?
Hold on. We can't
Can I-
go
can
any
I-
further
okay.
if you don't even know what you're saying, because that means either you're under the, I don't know, some type of alcohol, you're under some type of narcotic.
He's
something
just
that's
scared. He's just scared they
impairing
coming.
Your judgment, and I don't want to take advantage of you if that's the case.
I'm not.
Okay, so
I want
do
to
you
make this
remember
point, and
that
I
you
want
said
I
that?
want to hear your response to this.
I
if
understand. I
may.
want to hear your response to you as far as being untruthful. Do you remember you saying that?
Saying what?
He's
Saying
just
that
an
based off the
untruthful
video
person.
footage, it looked like to you that he had his hand on the knife.
Well, how else does he
I'm not
stab the guy
asking
right
how
away?
else. I'm asking,
Oh my
did you
God.
or did you not say that?
Can I ask you a question?
He looking for answers. He looking for answers. You know, it kills me when people say, well, how did we don't know how. We don't know how. This shit don't make sense. And you don't either. That's why you keep getting caught up.
Do you remember you saying that?
Saying what?
Saying that based off the video footage, it looked like to you that he had his hand on the knife.
Well, how else?
I'm not
How
asking
else?
Right
how
away.
else. I'm asking,
Oh my
did you or
God.
did you not say that?
Can I ask you a question?
No,
okay.
you can't answer. You can't
Two
ask me a
kids
question
are
until
at
you
a
admit
fuck-
what you
listen.
said. Did you or did you not say that? It's a simple question.
This is such a stupid point.
It's
what
your
you're saying is
point.
so-
You
so
started
mundane.
off.
I'm trying to make.
Hold on.
I'm trying
It's
to
not
ask
even
you
my
a
point.
question.
It's your
sir.
point.
Look, this is
Your
what I
point
trying
was
to call
based
about. I
off the
want to
video
ask.
footage.
I want to make a point.
He had his hand on the knife. That's what you said. That you saw in the
Yes,
video
yes,
footage.
yes.
He had his hand on the
Yes,
knife.
he was going to stab. He was going to.
He was
I
gonna.
told you, I
He
understand
was
that.
gonna. He was gonna. He was gonna. He was gonna. He was going to. Did you do it? He was gonna. So did you jump in there trying to save the day? Because he was gonna, but he didn't. You a hunter did. Trying to get Karmelo because he was gonna. He was gonna. Can somebody type in the comment section, gonna? He was gonna. Can y'all give me some goners? Because he was gonna, but he didn't. But he didn't. He was gonna. So whatever you, a hunter, or whoever else threw in that fucking trash can, they all had knives. Well, whoever put up the tent, because the linemen was supposed to be the ones that the coach brought and allowed them to be there because they were short-staffed so that they could help the girls put up their tents and shit. So somebody from Memorial had a utility knife. I ain't gonna say a knife. I'm gonna say a utility knife to put the tent up. So when they was talking about, oh, you ain't got nothing because you in Frisco. But Eddie said you was gonna. He was gonna. So somebody on Memorial pulled out something, whoever that was in love with the trash can, who was more concerned about the trash can than they was about the they partner was gonna jump in on it because they was jumping it. And it's just so happened that I do believe Karmelo moved and Austin got hit by somebody on Memorial. And because everybody else, agreed and you did not want to be subpoenaed, you wasn't going, you was just going to ignore it until you had to. And you were supposed to be the star witness for Karmelo and you flipped. Because if they'd have put your ass on the stand, you'd have told off on yourself. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. He said he was going to do what?
He had his hand on the knife. That's what you said. That you saw in the video footage. He had his hand on the knife.
He was going to stab.
I hear you. I understand. It's your point. You started off.
How did he know that?
I'm trying to answer my question.
It's your point.
This is
Your point was based off the video footage.
I want to make a point.
He had his hand on the knife. That's what you said. That you saw in the video footage. He had his hand on the knife.
He was going to stab.
He was gonna.
I hear you. I understand.
He was gonna.
I'm just asking you, right? Did you see that? Where in the video footage did you see that? And if you didn't, just say, hey, I misspoke. He had his hand on the knife.
He was gonna.
That's what you said.
Hey, Pressure. He was gonna stab Austin. He was gonna. But he didn't. One of y'all from Memorial did. Let's go.
This is such a stupid point.
It's your point. You started off. Hold on.
I'm trying to answer
my
your
point.
question.
It's your point.
This is
Your point was based off the video footage.
I want to make a point.
He had his hand on the knife. That's what you said. That you saw in the video footage. He had his hand on the knife.
He was going to stab. He was going to stab.
I hear you. I understand that.
He was gonna stab him, and we know he recorded. They just made them take that down, and his video footage may show what he was gonna do, but he didn't. But it didn't. So he's speaking, it sounds like he's speaking from his own video footage, because his video footage is a little more clear, more up close and personal, because he can see shit that it ain't possible based on the video that they done showed us. It ain't possible that he could see none of that. He can't see nobody hand in their bag. Hell, you don't even see nothing that color blue. And you dang sure can't see his hand in no bag. So he obviously is looking at his own video footage.
My point. It's your point.
This is
your point was based off the video footage.
I want to make a point.
He had his hand on the knife. That's what you said. That you saw in the video footage. He had his hand on the knife.
He was going to stab. He was going to stab.
I hear you. I understand that. I'm just asking you.
If Austin touched him,
did you see that? Where in the video footage did you see that? And if you didn't,
he was gonna stab him if Austin touched him.
Your point was based off the video footage.
I want to make a point.
He had his hand on the knife. That's what you said. That you saw in the video footage. He had his hand on the knife.
He was going to stab. He was going to stab.
I hear you. I understand that. I'm just asking you, right? Did you see that? Where in the video footage did you see that?
This is so personal.
If you didn't, just say, hey, I misspoke.
I told you already. I misspoke. It's clearly not in the video.
Now you're saying
it's clearly not in the video.
Before you say maybe I misspoke. I could have misspoke.
I said that earlier.
No, you didn't. It took you 20 minutes to admit that you were lying about cars available for anyone to see. Now that we've established that you're a liar, proceed.
And see, right there, even that right there on the witness stand was a reasonable doubt. Because just like he lied right here, he lied on the witness stand, right? and it came out in Christ, right? So that's reasonable doubt. He's a habitual liar who didn't want to be here. That in itself should have been enough reasonable doubt, because he was supposed to be Karmelo's star witness who got flipped the night or two before. And now he got on the witness stand and lied and act like he didn't even know him. And so now he done call in on this Eddie. Oh, Eddie called in on YouTubers a disagreement day. He called in to disagree. He want people to stick to the narrative that was put on the witness stand when they was lying. Now this is after the dream team was formed. Now he nervous. Yeah, so now he sees shit ain't nowhere impossible. Yeah, because he was there. You were there. Judas. Let's go.
Kids are at
No, you didn't. It took you 20 minutes to admit that you were lying about something that clearly wasn't, as far as available for anyone to see.
Can I ask you a
Go on.
question?
Now that we've established that you're a liar, proceed.
Okay. If two kids are at a pool, like a neighborhood pool, okay, and they get in like an argument and one of them shoves the other, does that give the one who got shoved a right to stab the other one in the heart with a knife?
I'm gonna need some context for that. Based off of if you knew that this person was
It was not in the heart,
right? And that the push was such a light push that it didn't impact you in any type of way, shape, or form, by all means, that would be absolutely egregious to stab someone off.
What if you fall down? What if the push causes you to fall down? Would it then be okay to pull out a knife and stab him?
the fall down. Nobody's really talking about the fall down unless it was somebody who was there. I've heard the rumors. I remember somebody saying, one of those kids saying that Karmelo was pushed down and his head was bumped. He hit his head. I remember that. Then here recently they saying that, Austin, when he did the lineman thing, he fell forward. He fell on. So is this kid who was there? I mean, it's obvious that he's there. He knows that Karmelo was pushed and he bumped his head. So it wasn't a tap. Because he got on the stand and said that they was playing patty cake, Baker's man, that he just tapped him. Shit. I mean, if I'm keeping it real, now I'm thinking about it when I was young. I got ass whoopings when my mama said, don't hit nobody first. And I just said, well, I just tapped. I was just playing. Shit. I learned the hard way that them taps, when I say keep your hands to yourself, that means your hands to your tap. Well, mama, I just tap. Shit. You got the same type ass whooping that is shit, because I remember thinking, well, hell, I just should have went full throttle and just fought. Shit, it was never. I said keep your hands to yourself. So here this Eddie is trying to minimize it. I mean, so it was just a push, and yeah, but now you implying that the push pushed him down. And when it was testified, the push down, it was he bumped his head. See how it's changing, y'all? First he said a push. On the stand he said he barely touched him. Now he on here calling in because he's scared because, the dream team is here now. And they reaching out. Reach out and touch something. They trying to touch you. They want your phone for real. Now, okay, but what can I ask you something? But what if the push caused you to fall and bump your head? Shit. That's in trouble.
Give the one who got shoved a right to stab the other one in the heart.
All that hard stuff.
Two kids are at a pool, like a neighborhood pool, okay? And they get in like an argument and one of them shoves the other. Does that give the one who got shoved a right to stab the other one in the heart with a knife?
I'm gonna need some context.
So don't push and shove.
That this person was only going to push you, right? And that the push was such a light push that it didn't impact you in any type of way, shape, or form, by all means, that would be absolutely egregious to stab someone off.
What if you fall down? What if the push causes you to fall down? Would it then be okay to fall on a knife and stab him?
So now it's not a simple shove, y'all. If you falling down, it ain't no simple shove, is it? That was kind of forceful. If he pushed you so hard that your ass fell down, and the truth to the matter, he bumped his head, that came out. They just bypassed over it. So it done went from a push to being stabbed in the heart, which they say it wasn't in the heart, it was in his chest. It hit an artery or something. They're saying that autopsy is fake. I knew that. It just didn't make sense. And now, you know, see how I keep moving? And you know why it's moving like this now? You know why he is because he's scared. He know his lies has spent the block. Karma spinning the block, you lying. And you thought that you was scot-free. And now it's saying, uh-oh. Oh, no, I was finna do nearly EI. No, now it says, oh, shit, yeah. And now Jeff Metcalf and them ain't answering your phones calls. Yeah, now because it's every man for themselves. Everybody better shut up. Everybody better shut up. Because Jeff Metcalf got cocky and really told how he really felt about black people after they set that bar up. Yes, Eddie. Oh, it's Eddie.
Go on. Now that we've established that you're a liar, proceed.
Okay. If two kids are at a pool, like a neighborhood pool, okay, and they get in like an argument and one of them shoves the other, does that give the one who got shoved a right to stab the other one in the heart with a knife?
I'm gonna need some context for that. Based off of if you knew that this person was only going to push you, right, and that the push was such a light push that it didn't impact you in any type of way, shape, or form, by all means, that would be absolutely egregious to stab someone off.
What if you fall down? What if the push causes you to fall down? Would it then be okay to fall on a knife and stab him in the heart? If the push causes you to fall down and the person is, as far as continues to be the aggressor, and you're in a position, yes, I would think, I don't see why it would not be above. What if there's adults around and you can like run or ask for help?
I don't know what adults have to do. Is this a stage your ground state? Well, it's your hypothetical. So is this
absolutely, Joel?
A world where it's okay for kids to
I'm asking you a question.
He's saying, what if it was adults around? Now he's saying, what if it was adults around? I mean, look at it. This is crazy to me. He wasn't ever, he wasn't as scared before. Now, he may have been scared. Let me say that. Because he did not want to testify. He did not want to testify. He dodged contact calls and conversations and letters in the mail. He dodged all of that. He said he did not talk to the defense attorney until a day or two before trial. Now, how he was supposed to be Karmelo Anthony's star witness, and he was dodging and running because he was getting heat and shit from the KK, Frisco KK. And he was dodging, you know, trying to be there for his friend, quote unquote. So he just didn't want to, he was stuck in the middle. They saying, you know, you got to do it for the team, and, you know, we got to do it for Frisco. You know, the whole squad, football squad is going to be put on probation or expelled, or, you know, the whole football, you know, extracurricular is going to be done away with. Frisco Memorial High School is not going to have no football team. Coach going to lose his job. You and Austin probably are going to, you know, be brought up on charges. If we guarantee you, give you a scholarship to go out to college because You don't have no 30 scholarship offers like Karmelo. We gonna tell you what to say. And he jumped on it. And he flipped on Karmelo. Now these people are coming. And they're coming. They're coming. And whatever agreement y'all all had, it's just feeling like, oh shit. And now you scared. Now you want somebody to give you some direction on how, what am I going to say, and why is this, that, and other. Cause Jeff Metcalf and them ain't answering my calls, and everybody's just being kind of like, I mean, they the one got me to lie and flipped on, and everybody looking at me now. Everybody looking at you. Now they got you coming out your clothes. They got you or Hunter or somebody who was up under that tent going to the trash can, dropping something in it. Then after Karmelo runs, you don't even chase after of him. I don't have time for that pressure. I played this yesterday. I'm not finna try to break down nothing for you. You can listen to his testimony. If you can't hear the same voice that was on that stand, I don't know what to tell you.
Push causes you to fall down. Would it be okay to fall
If the push causes you to fall down and the person is, as far as continues to be the aggressor, and you're in a position, yes, I would think, I don't.
So he pushed him down. He pushed him down, and he continued to be the aggressor. Here he is saying, oh yeah, I know Austin was a bully. Yeah, I know he was so wrong. He just should have left him up under the tent. I mean, you know, but why did Karmelo have a knife? You just said he was gonna stab him. He was gonna, but he didn't.
What if there's
maybe
adults around and you can like run or ask?
I don't know what adults have to do. Is this a stand your ground state? Well, by all means, that would be absolutely egregious to stab someone off.
What if you fall down? What if the push causes you to fall down? Would it be okay to fall a knife and stab him?
If the push causes you to fall down and the person is, as far as continues to be the aggressor, and you're in a position, yes, I would think, I don't see why
what if there's adults around and you can like run or ask?
I don't know what adults have to do. Is this a stand your ground state? Well, it's your hypothetical. So is this a stand your ground state?
You want to live in a world where it's okay for kids to?
I'm asking you a question. You said if there was adults around, so I'm asking you: is this a stand your ground state? Because that depends.
Okay,
right?
let me ask you: do you really believe Karmelo?
You're not even answering. You're not even answering questions.
He panicking.
If it's a stand your ground state, you don't.
He panicking.
Retreat. So if it's not a stand your ground straight, absolutely you have to leave. Run. Flee. You can flee.
Look. Okay, that has to do with like your fucking house. Okay,
no, it doesn't. You're conflating stand your ground as far as with I believe it's castle doctrine, right? When it comes to your property.
He's trying to combine the two.
Those are two different things. What are you talking about?
What? So you're trying to make the argument that Karmelo.
I'm not making the argument. It was your hypothetical.
Oh my. Okay, let me ask you: Do you feel like Karmelo genuinely feared for his life when he stabbed Austin Metcalf?
I can't speak to his intent and his state of mind.
All
The
right.
only person who can speak to that is Karmelo, which is why I think the attorney, his defense attorney, is garbage because he didn't put him on the stand.
Well,
and the only
they
person
had
who
a
can
black
tell
attorney,
you why he brought a knife to the track meet is Karmelo. I can surmise why someone would bring a knife to track meet, just why I can surmise why someone would bring an AR to a grocery store. But I don't know for certain.
I agree with you.
Only Karmelo knows.
Guns are fucking stupid. I agree with you on that, right? Guns are stupid, and
I don't think guns are stupid.
Laws, but
guns are stupid to a kid.
There are so many people on YouTube.
I don't know how anyone can definitively say that this isn't self-defense, because I don't think a good case, a good argument was presented in court for self-defense.
All you gotta do is watch it. But the prosecutor made the perfect point. A push does not warrant a stab.
Sure. I don't think anyone agrees a push warrants a stab.
Okay, good. We agree on that.
Okay. So how can you tell me that did Karmelo know that Austin Metcalf was only going to push him?
You think Austin was going to kill him?
Obviously. Hold on.
He knows Austin.
To be killed, right?
You think Austin was going to kill him?
A push warrants a
He was
stab.
supposed to only. We were only going to beat him up.
Do you? So how can you tell me that did Karmelo know that Austin Metcalf was only going to push him?
You think
I don't think anyone agrees a push warrants a stab.
Okay, good. We agree on that.
Okay, so how can you tell me that did Karmelo know that Austin Metcalf was only going to push him?
You think Austin was gonna kill him? I mean, obviously.
You can be killed.
Listen.
Hold on. You don't need
Okay,
a weapon
okay.
to be killed, right? That's the same thing
Yeah,
law
sure,
enforcement
but
says.
you
Hey,
think
you don't need
Austin-
a weapon to be violent.
Okay, look. I'm from Frisco, Texas. Okay, like I know bullies. Like I got bullied when I was in high school there, and Austin to me seems like a fucking bully. What he did was shitty, but that doesn't warrant.
See, that's what I'm saying. He not defending. So let's be clear. He is not really defending Austin. He is more protecting his life. He's trying to justify his lies on the witness stand. Yeah, I know he was a bully. You know, he should have just fought. Or, you know, I was bullied too. I mean, I went to school there too. And he noticed. But he said that Karmelo was going to.
Look. I'm from Frisco, Texas. Okay, like I know bullies. Like I got bullied.
That's the same thing
Yeah,
law
sure,
enforcement
but
says.
you
Hey,
think
you don't need
Austin-
a weapon to be violent.
Okay, look. I'm from Frisco, Texas. Okay, like I know bullies. Like I got bullied. Dude, listen.
Hold on. You don't need
Okay,
a weapon
okay.
to be killed, right?
So
That's the
Frisco
same
is a
thing law
bully
enforcement
town.
says. Hey, you don't need a weapon to be violent.
Okay, look. I'm from Frisco, Texas. Okay, like I know bullies. Like I got bullied when I was in high school there, and Austin to me seems like a fucking bully.
He would have got beat up. He would have got beat up by the linebacker team.
If you feel like you're getting fucking
That is solely.
Whatever,
That is
you-
solely. the
Yeah,
people
that's
who-
what would have happened. So Precious said, I really do wonder what Melo would have done if he didn't have that knife. He would have got beat up more than what he did get beat up. But that wasn't Karmelo who threw something in the trash can. And if it wasn't a weapon, it had to be drugs. But I'm going to assume since it was the memorial tent is what they was under, they had to put the memorial tent up with some type of weapon. See, that's what people don't want to talk about, Pressure. How did they put their tent up to withstand the storm that kept coming? That tent ain't up by no damn super glue. It just ain't standing up on its own. See, you see how we bypass shit for people to think that Karmelo Anthony was the only person with a tool that had a blade on it. How did they cut the string, the rope, the whatever they used to tie the canopy up? How did they cut it? So stop thinking that Karmelo Anthony was the only kid out there with a utility device. For whatever reason. To put up the fucking tents. They were supposed to put up Centennial's tent, but the bus with the canopy on it hadn't arrived, and they didn't have enough manpower. Are we forgetting that, or are we just bypassing it? Karmelo Anthony was the only one that had a device on there, but everybody else got their tent up. I guess they used their teeth to cut the rope. I'm not going to ask how did they cut it. I just need for us to realize that Karmelo Anthony was not the only person that had a device that put up a tent. How did the tent get put up? How did they secure the tent? I wonder why Melo admitted to the stabbing. I didn't hear him say, I stabbed him. He said, It was me. They was looking for the person who did whatever. Did he say I stabbed him? Why is it saying? Did he say I stabbed him? He probably would have got off had he kept his mouth shut. That I agree too, because whatever he admitted to, we're gonna assume, people gonna assume that he was admitting to stabbing. But the more I listen, and what I saw with them throwing away something, whatever they threw away was more important than seeing about Austin. I can guarantee you that. And then they went back into digging the trash out. Digging whatever it was that they threw away out, put it in their pocket, and then he ran. So again, at this point, I don't know who stuck him. But I do want somebody to be able to explain to me, since we're seeing all of this different movement, we're seeing a lot of different movement. Once Hunter said, I want to ask you this, Pressure, since you like defending these people. When Hunter said that his brother got aggressive and grabbed his bag, and then he turned around, he didn't see it. How did Austin give Karmelo the bag? Because the last person we know that had the bag was Austin, who didn't believe nothing was in it. So how did he give Karmelo did he push it? I mean, we know he didn't tap it. We know he didn't gently give him the bag. And when he fell over, they said, what? How did Austin give Karmelo his bag? Because the last person we know had the bag was Austin. Could Austin have poked himself? Not thinking nothing was in the bag? When did Austin give Karmelo the bag? Because when we saw the bag, when it was all said and done, it was sitting on the ground in between the bleachers. I'll wait for somebody to tell me the last person that we know had the bag per Hunter was Austin. He never saw Karmelo do anything with the bag. He never saw Karmelo poke Austin. He didn't say that. He said he turned his head. So we're not going to add nothing to it, and we're not going to take nothing away from it. Based on Hunter, Austin, Metcalf was the last person with the bag. And now I'm finna hypothetical. So if I'm going hypothetical, he gave Karmelo the bag, putting him out. How did he give it to him? When did he give it to him? Did he poke himself? Can't nobody tell you that Austin actually shoved the bag to Karmelo to put him out. He grabbed the bag, and they say he did a linebacker move on him. But one thing is for sure, for the ones who don't want to answer that because, oh shit, I never really thought about it, or damn, maybe he did stick himself. Nobody would have had the bag with the weapon in it had Austin not grabbed it. Nobody want to say that. Why? Why? Because they want to be able to say Karmelo did it. How we know Karmelo did it? He didn't have his bag in his hand. So all of that, he grabbed it and just jammed it. That's a lie. Can't nobody see that. He wasn't the last one with the bag, as far as Hunter said. Hunter said his brother grabbed his bag. They didn't believe none was in it. Hey, Queen Fact, I said same thing else. Did somebody else do it? I don't know. Was somebody throwing something in the trash after he realized he had been poked? I don't know now. I'm trying to reach our comments. Yeah, he said, I'm not alleged. It was me. Yeah, I'm who y'all looking for. And he didn't even think that it was serious. Whatever went down, he didn't think was serious. So should he have just been quiet? Yeah, but you know, when fear and all of this and these people jumping me and now I'm trying to run for help and then they talking about he bleeding and oh Lord. Well, who had the bag last? If Austin went charging at him with the bag, with the weapon in it. So much reasonable doubt. But let's keep going.
Look. I'm from Frisco, Texas. Okay, like I know bullies. Like I got.
I know you do.
Hold on. You don't need a weapon to be killed, right? That's the same thing law enforcement says. Hey, you don't need a weapon to be violent.
Okay, look. I'm from Frisco, Texas. Okay, like I know bullies. Like I got bullied when I was in high school there, and Austin to me seems like a fucking bully. What he did was shitty. But that doesn't warrant a stab. What you do is if you feel like you're getting fucking
that is solely
whatever,
dependent upon the person who's being aggressed. That's upon the victim. You can't say, well, what I did doesn't warrant you to react that way.
Leave me alone.
That depends on the person you're attacking.
Keep your hands to yourself.
And the context of what happened. If you look at the context, we see who the aggressor was. He was outmasked and outnumbered.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
His friend that he thought was his friend
completely abandoned him.
Only Austin touched
him. You have a linebacker, a 6'1".
See, he don't. Hold on. We know good damn well that ain't true, cause it sounds like Eddie touched him too.
I believe he was
He's trying to remove himself from everybody. He's trying to remove. Everybody that's still alive. He's trying to cover them. Well, it looked like only Austin. Well, what video you looking at? Are you looking at your video? Or are you looking at the same videos that they put out that allowed us to see now that the trial is over, but never before? Because this ain't even the video they had before. Are we talking about that? When WFAA went to go look at it, they was like, I mean, there's just no way. It's just not visual at all. It's like damn near a mile away. Parking lot video footage where you just really can't see nothing. Now they got showing us another video that you can at least see a little bit of something. And then they done further enhanced it. And now you can you can see. They go to gray shirt. Now you can see it. But can you see somebody's hand in the bag? No. Absolutely not. Unless you're looking at your video that you had when you recorded. That they say you don't have. But you know it's finna come out. So now you saying it look like since Austin is gone, now it look like the only person who touched him was Austin. Now you trying to protect yourself and the other linebackers. Shit, keep talking though, Eddie. Keep talking.
A 6'1", 200-pound linebacker aggressing a 5'7", 100 pounds.
Hold on. Yeah, he finna tell off on himself again.
On top of that, you have a linebacker.
Here you go.
If you look at the context, we see who the aggressor was. He was outmasked and outnumbered.
Yeah.
His friend that he thought was his friend completely abandoned him. On top of that, you have a linebacker, a 6'1", 200-pound linebacker, aggressing a 5'7", 100 pounds, 140 pounds.
Oh, he was not 5'7". That you keep
5'7".
How he know? How he? They said it was 5'8". You know, I get it, but he's just like, no, he's not 5'7". He's not. not. It's just certain points where his aggression come. I mean, he just really kind of pinpoint. This boy right here is scared. I wouldn't want my son to stand on business like Austin or Melo. You wouldn't want him to stand on. So you would want your son to lie on. You would want your son to perjure himself. I wouldn't want my son to stand on business like Austin or Melo. I don't get that. That's not smart. I don't get that.
Linebacker aggressing a 5'7", 100 pounds, 140 pounds.
Oh,
He was outmassed and outnumbered.
Yeah.
His friend that he thought was his friend
completely only Austin touched him. And everyone
On
else
top
was
of
just
that, you have a linebacker, a 6'1", 200-pound linebacker, aggressing a 5'7", 100 pounds, 140 pounds.
Oh, he was not 5'7". That you keep
5'7". I believe he was 5'7" or 5'8", 140 pounds.
I've seen a lineup where he's not a lineup, but I've seen him at a sport event where he's.
I don't care about the sport event. I care about the actual number.
Yeah, he knows them. Sport events. He really telling off on us there. Absolutely. He's scared. He's scared now. He's scared now. They both stood on business. Now one day. I don't think Austin stood on business. That wasn't business. That wasn't business. Because one, it wasn't about the tent. So what business was it? They was talking shit about football. And like one of those boys said, Austin stood up for the team. He didn't stand up for the tent. He stood up for the team because they was shit talking football. That's what y'all men do. Y'all talk about football. And depending on y'all team, y'all can be really aggressive about it. Y'all go heavy on who's sorry, who ain't. They need a new coach and he this and he that. That's what y'all do with football. So y'all taught these boys to be overly aggressive about football. Every Sunday on football season, Sundays or Mondays, y'all talk much shit. Y'all don't care who is on the football ops. Y'all gonna talk that shit. And if they team is sorry, y'all gonna make, man, them Cowboys ain't shit. Yeah, the coach. Jerry Jones trying to be the coach. And oh boy, y'all just go all over the place with football. Y'all men taught these boys when y'all put your kids in sports and shit to be overly aggressive. So much so that y'all sometimes get y'all asses out there and be fighting and shit. Little league. You know how many times I saw that? Y'all getting all up in the referee's face for not calling, letting something slide or, calling a foul or, recovery and taking a touchdown back and all that shit. So now I don't think Austin was standing on business. Yeah, his coach had already told him that he was sorry as fuck. So that wasn't new to him. He knew he failed the team. Austin got into some shit because of his brother. That's what Hunter said. So no, Austin didn't stand on nothing. His brother and his partners got him unalived. Period. It wasn't his fight. It wasn't even about the tent. It was about them talking shit about football. And their team was trashed that year, football season. And here this kid invited over. They started shooting the breeze, talking shit, him and Eddie. Maybe it started the night before or time before. I don't know. Maybe it was Karmelo who ran past their ass, broke through the line, and got through and scored touchdowns on their ass. I don't know. But this was not about attention. Now, once he started talking shit, you know, making them feel more disgusted than they were already, now they want him to leave. Now it's, you know, who are you? I mean, that came earlier, but you understand? He had already been sitting there and it wasn't a problem. It wasn't a problem until he got into it with Hunter, because Hunter heard him talking shit to Eddie about their football season. That's the recklessness. And then it became Austin, who always defends his brother. That shit came out of Austin's mouth. So I don't understand what the real debate is. Hunter confessed a long time ago. So I don't think he was standing on business. I think he was in his feelings. I think Austin was in his feelings. I think Hunter don't like being disrespected. And he was talking shit with Eddie about their team. And to him, that was reckless. Now, that's just my opinion.
He was not. He
It's
wasn't
a
even
cover
6 feet.
up
He
going
was,
on. Absolutely.
5'7", 5'8", if I'm not mistaken. 140 pounds.
Both boys were big kids. Both boys was emulating what grown men do on football. You went to one of them tailgates and seen them folks out, them grown men out there acting a fool. You think it's smart when grown men act a fool about football? Hey, Six Dubs Gaming, how you doing? Y'all, shout out to Six Dub. Six Dub, he done made his way to the T-Palace. Shout out to my Mo 3 sector, buddy. Y'all show Six Dub some love. Yeah, Dario. I'm just saying. They want us to be smooth away from the facts. But if y'all keep listening to this, boy, this is what this is about. This is about football. They say it's some other stuff that went on the day before in some Snapchat. I have not heard that. I mean, I've heard it, but I haven't seen it. I got to assess that for myself. But I do know it's about football. And I know that reckless, that can't nobody really tell you what that reckless was about. Was about football. Grown men absolutely act a donkey about absolutely. Don't let no bird or no hen or no crown be in the mix. Oh Lord. Don't let no cards and dominoes be in the mix while they were. Oh Lord. By fourth quarter, it's ignorant. By fourth quarter, it's ignorant, especially if it has some ignorant juice in the house. Don't let it be an upset. Don't let nobody drop the ball in fourth quarter with 2 minutes left to play. Oh, hell, baby. Auntie Fee, you know what? You ain't never lied. So why these grown ass men talking about they should have made a smarter choice, it should have been a smarter decision? That ain't what these kids see during football season from these grown ass men. So we gonna stop that. That reckless come out of every man's mouth who was into football. If it ain't football, it's basketball. Y'all start talking cash ass shit. Hello. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. I'm gonna tell you I know better. I know good damn well. I know good and damn well how that go during football season. Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys and the 49ers, the Green Bay, not Green Bay, the Steelers. This is the Steelers, Eagles. Include everybody. Says some real disrespectful. Absolutely. I mean, we gonna keep it real. We gonna keep shaming the devil. He talks shit, but then when somebody pressure you, you want to stab. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get you up off me. That ain't females. That ain't females. You think he the first person to stab somebody? He said, "Don't touch me." See, stabbing. So in essence, you saying he should have had a gun in that bag and shot him. Since you say it's female traits. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, yeah. So your preference of a weapon is a gun, because that's what you carry. But open carry is open carry, right? You have never lived in Texas, because a lot of people have a gun. I mean, have knives. And it ain't female. So you lying, Pressure. You lying. A lot of men in Texas have knives. How the hell you think I got mine? I done told my story more than once. I had a stalker who dropped his shit one year when the snow was bad and we were snowed in for a few days. Yeah. And came kicked at my door. Not my door. And he was a true alpha man. Now, he did other things with, I mean, all I'm saying is when he was on a stalking mission on a snow day, he done walked his ass up to where I was staying, kicked my front door, and somewhere between my car, he dropped this in the snow. And I know good and damn well it was him. So not just Karmelo Anthony have a knife on them. A lot of men in Dallas have knives. So get your shit together. You still trying to protect how you feel. Now, well then throw your guns away. Turn your guns in. Pressure, turn them in. You don't need them. All you need is your brain. And you're going to send some type of telepathy. You're going to make them change their mind and fucking with you. Now, I'm telling you, it was a dude who let his little knife fall out of his pocket while he was kicking at my door. And I got it when the snow melted. And I've been having it for a good, over 10 years. And we'll use it. Let's go.
He was sitting down the entire time. So to act like that person would not fear that serious bodily injury was going to come to him. Sitting down the entire time. So to act like
no, his first was his brain. Pressure, you don't want to give credit where credit is due. You trifling. You're a hypocrite. I done told you. Yeah, because his first mind was peace. His first mind was, yeah, dog, we cool. We cool. As long as you don't put your hands on me. Why he don't get credit for that with you, Pressure? Why the fuck he don't get credit for that? He said we cool. Long as you don't put your hands on me. That was thinking with his brain. Go on, man. I don't want no problems. We cool long as you don't put your hands on me. You say what you want to say. Just don't put your hands on me. That was him thinking with his brain. That was him thinking with his brain. You just don't want to give the kid credit. Thinking with his brain was, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say, as long as you don't put your hands on me. And he put his hands on him anyway. Now that's a bully. That was somebody who was ready to meet his maker, and he did. I ain't finna sugarcoat shit. I ain't finna lie on him. I ain't gonna take away. He said, we cool. But his hunter said he was enraged. He was aggressive. He was mad. He was mangy. He was a mutt. Yeah, he was a raging ass bull. Let's go.
Would not fear that serious bodily injury.
He's like not a lineup, but I've seen him like at a
lineup.
sport
He done
event
seen
where
him on the lineup. Yeah, you saw him on the. You saw him on the field. You saw him on the field. That's the lineup. I've seen him on a lineup. Shit.
He's like not a lineup, but I've seen him like at a sport event where he's.
I don't care about the sporting event. I care about
6 foot.
the actual numbers. He was not. He wasn't even 6 feet. He was 5'7", 5'8", if I'm not
5'10",
mistaken.
6 foot,
140
10
pounds. He was sitting
But
down.
that, okay, all right.
He was sitting down the entire time. So to act like that person would not fear that serious bodily injury was going to come to him from a guy who clearly had a temper problem, I don't know why that's so egregious to come to that conclusion.
3 hours later.
I just don't think Austin was planning on killing him or doing anything.
no
I mean,
one
there
can
were
speak to
people
that.
there. Were,
I
like,
hear
why
you.
would Austin fight him when?
Do you
at a
think
fucking
that?
track
I don't
meet
think
and
that
risk
Karmelo was
losing
planning
his
on killing
scholarship and
Austin.
all?
I think those two could very much be in the
Oh, I
same
think he
ballpark.
did. He said, "Touch me and see what happens." That's there's a legal
Touch
term,
me
but
and see what
that's
happens
like,
is a
that's
warning.
baiting.
You don't say, hold on, someone who's the aggressor doesn't say, touch me and see what happens. That's someone who has been threatened and feels that their life is being threatened. Or at least they have to defend themselves.
Lucas, if you genuinely feel like your life's being threatened, you go walk away and tell a fucking teacher or something.
They do not
He was
have,
asked
hold
15
on,
times
here
to
we
leave
go.
and
This
he
is
never
a
left.
duty to retreat. You don't have a duty to retreat. If
Oh,
he didn't like
and
Karmelo
the
being in the
alternative?
tent, he could
Okay,
have told,
he
he could have
walks
told
away.
the teacher.
He walks away. People see him as a pussy. I get that. But if he walks away, he's not in prison for 35 years. Like, I
If
get
he
it's a
walks
shitty
away,
situation
Austin
for him.
Metcalf would still be alive today. I don't understand. The same thing applies.
Yes, that's all he had to do. There were so many lives that were ruined because he just couldn't walk away. His family,
I don't know what to
Austin's
tell you.
family.
It's not my fault. I mean, if somebody had told Austin if he had a
Okay,
better
and I got-
father, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, if Karmelo had gotten free, there'd only been one life who had been ruined, and that would have been Austin's. And even with Karmelo going to jail, there's still only one life that's ruined. That's Austin's. Karmelo, he gets off on appeal, probation, and at the end of the day, even if he does serve all of
That's still
his whole
17 years,
sentence,
bro. He's gonna be
he's
like
still
36.
alive.
I mean, his entire youth wasted because his ego couldn't.
Would you rather your
Handle
youth
it, bro.
wasted or you be
He
dead?
stabbed a man because of a bruised ego.
I hear you.
Everyone
I'm
knows that.
asking you, would you rather your youth be wasted or you be dead? Which one would you rather? I would take, and I would argue the
Neither,
majority
bro.
of people would take them being alive
All right.
versus dead.
Lucas, I got another one last question to ask you. Do you really think this case had anything to do with race?
This case, I don't see any racial factor. I think him being a bully
Okay.
was
So
the issue.
if the roles were reversed, you would support Austin Metcalf?
The roles were reversed? Yeah, I would support
Yeah.
him.
Okay, cool. Okay, good.
But I
We
don't
agree
think
on
anyone
that.
else would. I think all the people who are celebrating Carmelo Anthony would not. So that puts me in a position where I can support, right?
Wait. You mean the like black tribalist people that are supporting
Black
Carmelo
tribalists.
Anthony?
No,
You're
it has
saying that they
nothing.
wouldn't support-
I haven't brought up race in my defense of Carmelo Anthony this entire time. So I think it's a coping.
Yeah, I don't
mechanism
think he
of
was
people trying to
stabbed
make
in the
it,
heart.
you're
That's
just
what they
supporting,
tried to put out for
Carmelo because
sympathy.
he's black. When it's literally the only reason that many white people.
It was in his
haven't-
chest.
I haven't brought up race in my defense of Carmelo Anthony this entire time. So I think it's a coping mechanism of people trying to make it, oh, you're just support, right?
Wait. You mean the like black tribalist people that are supporting Carmelo Anthony?
No,
You're
it
saying
has
that they
nothing.
wouldn't support-
I haven't brought up race in my defense of Carmelo Anthony this entire time. So I think it's a coping mechanism of people trying to make it, oh, you're just supporting Carmelo because he's black. When it's literally the only reason that many white people are supporting Austin is because he's white. Because if the races had been reversed.
I don't think that's true, sir. I do not.
It's 100%
trust
true.
me. White
We've seen this hypocrisy
white people are
times
not
10.
tribalistic.
We can look at Ashley
as much as-
Babbitt. Who do they support? Did you support the black officer
Where's this tribalistic
who
stuff?
told her to stop? Or do they support the white criminal who completely disobeyed lawful orders, broke into the Capitol? They supported the criminal, the white criminal. So, no, I don't want to hear this. Well,
Wait.
that's not true. We've seen
Hold
multiple times where white people have absolutely made it about race.
He's showing the
I'm not
names.
saying all. I'm saying those that
Okay.
do. So to try and act like, even right now, where white people have,
Let me catch these
absolutely made it
names.
about race.
George Floyd, Amber Geiger, Tamir Rice, Shiloh something. He going too fast. I can go on and on, but I won't.
I'm not saying all. I'm saying those that
Okay.
do. So to try and act like, even right now, even the UK,
But
they're having riots. But besides that, to act like if two big buff black kids, right, who are over 200 pounds, were to go and approach and accost
Hi,
a little
God's
white
child.
kid at 140 pounds, right? You're telling me that the majority of white people are like, oh yeah, that was totally murder. He totally murdered. Of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not.
So you're trying to
They
say
would say that, hey, the white
were
kid
reversed.
killed that black dude in self-defense. The black kid was being a bully. He was bullying the little white kid. All right.
I would hope, and I do believe the majority, like 90%, 99% of white people would support that kid getting
You
prosecuted.
can hope that, but
that's
historically
murder.
and even presently, that's not the case.
Okay, I get racism exists and all, but all right. I saw one of your commenters talked about Caysen Allison, and how people are. I guess she wanted me to
Listen to this.
or she wanted you to ask me about that. But the Caysen Allison, if I may, this is your channel. I don't want to whatever, but the Caysen Allison case, the reason he got 10 years, and the fact that he even got 10 years at all is fucking absurd because.
No. He got 2 years for the brutal, multiple stabbings. He intentionally was trying to take this kid out because they had this knife war fight, guns, and all of this prior. He got 2 years for unaliving the kid. He got 8 years added months later from enhancements because he had prior gun charges. So he was up for murder. He got found guilty of reckless homicide. He got charged he got 2 years for that in Texas. And then a month or two later, I'm sure for the outcry, because he had prior gun charges and he was on probation for his enhancements. Them enhancements, the same enhancements that's going to get no hands go van. Yeah, them enhancements got him 8 more years. That's how it came up to 10 years. But he was not given 10 years initially. Them 8 came months later. Let's be clear on that. But how he's about to justify this, man, it just blows my mind how they see it's not the same because it was a black kid who unalived a white kid. Let's go.
The Caysen Allison, if I may, this is your channel. I don't want to whatever, but the Caysen Allison case, the reason he got 10 years, and the fact that he even got 10 years at all is fucking absurd because the case, the Karmelo case and the Caysen Allison case are completely different. Caysen Allison was trapped in a restroom with 4 dudes that were planning on beating him up, and said as much. He pulled the knife out to dissuade them from attacking him, and they still beat him up, and he only used the knife in self-defense.
From my understanding,
but he's so off with that. He ain't mentioning the prior fights that they done had, the prom, none of that.
I'm not too familiar with the case, but from my understanding, he brought
the
knife to kill him. Right?
Absolutely.
I believe it was premeditated, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely.
I don't think so because he said
it was.
He said he doesn't want to fight, but there's 4 dudes jumping him in a bathroom. It's not like he can easily run away. So I don't think he brought the knife to stab him.
He don't know what he's talking about.
Are you really familiar with the case? Because
no.
I'm not truly familiar with the
case. He's not familiar with it. He's
so
just talking. He's just deflecting.
Yeah, I'm not truly familiar with the case. But I also know, I believe, I'm not mistaken, he stabbed him multiple times.
He did, but then again, wouldn't you...
In the back. And so when you are stabbing someone in the back, they're leaving. They are leaving. You stabbed him multiple times in his back. I think 1 face forward. 2 or 3 in the back.
any rational person do that if they're getting beat up and, you know, because he had, like, severe injuries, like, to his head, like, fractured bones or whatever. I mean, he got beat up pretty bad. Whereas Karmelo, I mean, he just got shoved. That, you know, I'm not trying to...
Yeah, you don't need as far as to get beat up pretty bad to defend yourself.
Yeah, but I don't want to live in a... I don't want to live in a... I don't think many people want to live in a place where, if there's a bully, that you can just stab him and it's fine.
No, I think many people would like to live it. That's a place I would love to live.
So you think school shooters are justified?
If the school shooter only took out the bully, 100%. I say give him manslaughter, lock him away for about 2 years.
Bully, bro. The bully has family. Like,
the bully should have been raised not to be a bully. That's what I say.
The bully should have been raised not to be a bully.
If the school shooter didn't shoot up the whole school and just focus on the bully, fine. It'd be one homicide.
That's what they did at Columbine. They let a lot of people. Or not Columbine.
Is this kid trying to justify?
Okay, if one person that was not a bully to this person went away, that's a problem. Lock him away forever. But if you just take out your bully, give him manslaughter. I say maybe 2 to 5 years. Yeah,
shit.
I have no problem with that.
All right, but okay, all right.
Yeah, that's a world I would like to live in, 100%.
All right, yeah, like I agree. Austin was a bully. It was shitty what he did. He should just been chill.
Shitty what he did. Like I said earlier, he is not trying to defend Austin. This is not in defense for Austin. It was shitty what he did. This is because he had to get up. He was forced to get up on that stand. He was trying to protect himself. He don't want to show the video. He done got caught. He perjured himself. They looked over it, but there's a new team in town, and all of that shit that Frisco KKK allowed them boys to get away with to save Frisco is fin to be exposed, and he's scared. Right, Dario. It's definitely. Oh, I mean Eddie, and it sounds like him.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's a world I would like to live in, 100%.
And he's still trying to justify it.
All right. Yeah, like I agree. Austin was a bully. It was shitty what he did. He should just been chill and let him stay under the tent. But that didn't warrant being stabbed.
I don't think anyone's saying it warranted him being killed.
It's consequences to what he did.
Say it warranted him being killed. No one agrees with this straw man argument that people keep on.
But he's defending the fact that he got on that witness stand and lied. He just shouldn't have had a knife. He just shouldn't have. Do you really believe Austin was going to kill him? Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. How did this spiral? I mean, how do we get here? That's how a kid would think. And now I done lied. And the deals and shit up off the table because now these crumps and these Veslos and these all of this whole defense team is fin to dissect this shit and expose it all. How did they get the picture of me coming out of my clothes? Oh, absolutely. 6-Dub. Why was Eddie, why was you coming out of your clothes? Not because it was wet, baby, because everybody, all them kids was wet. You damn near stripped to your drawers, boy. The hell you doing? What the hell you doing? What are you doing? Why you come? You don't care who see you. You don't care who see you. You coming up out these clothes. It's blood on it. Oh my God. Or is it a weapon in there that you trying to mumble it up in there? So, was you digging in and out that trash? You was so scared. Because they say when you and Karmelo was talking and shooting the breeze, y'all was on the end. And yeah, and when whoever it was that left and ran to that trash, they was on the end. And just as scared as that person was who rushed over there to drop something in that trash and try to get back over there to see what was going on, and then once Karmelo was on the football track or on the field, and they would the coach was talking to him, you ran right on back over there digging in the trash and shit, yeah, to get whatever that, put it quickly in your pocket, look around to see who was looking, and then you ran off. And I'm going to tell you how I feel. This is just my opinion right here, right now. I think whatever you had, whatever weapon, whatever somebody on the memorial side who put up that tent had a weapon. Whoever put that tent up had a weapon. And I'm willing to bet you that's what was thrown in that trash. But carry on. That's just my opinion.
Bring it up. No one's saying, hey, you put hands on someone,
What
you die.
been chill and let him stay under the tent, but
Lock him away forever. But if you just take out your bully, give him manslaughter, I say maybe, 2 to 5 years. Yeah.
shit.
I have no problem with that.
All right. But okay. All right.
Yeah, that's a world I would like to live in. 100%.
All right. Yeah, like I agree. Austin was a bully. It was shitty what he did. He should just been chill and let him stay under the tent. But that didn't warrant being stabbed.
I don't think anyone's saying it warranted him being killed. Carmelo Anthony didn't.
Oh, I bet you who you talking about, Karmelo, or you talking about Eddie? If them people talk to Eddie, he better tell the truth. If he stick to this lie, he gonna be in big trouble. I'm gonna tell you that now, cause he perjured himself. You take time to put in front of my name, I know a keyboard warrior. Oh, you ain't talking to me.
And say it warranted him being killed. No one agrees with this straw man argument that people keep on bringing up. No one's saying, hey, you put hands on someone,
What
die.
warranted the stabbing? Why do you defend him?
Because it seems to be a case of self-defense. I don't understand. If Austin was
If
alive,
they didn't think it was
no one's
self-defense,
saying, hey, you put hands-
why do they have to get up there and lie? If he thinks it was a case of that it really wasn't self-defense, I mean, you admitting that, yeah, he was a bully, yeah, he should have just left him alone. I mean, what? But see, this is the part of the conditioning that they did for a whole year with those kids. This is how they planted that in their head to try to make them feel justified on lying. Yeah, he's a bully. The daddy knew he was a bully. His daddy knew that when it first happened, and he was saying that he forgive. He forgive. His daddy knew what his sons was about. But over a course of year, and they're saying to him, now this really is self-defense, and there is a no duty to retreat. And it looks like your son Austin has already confessed that he started it, and his brother came in his defense. That's what, see, this is what the part is killing me, where everybody is saying this, that, and the other, when Austin has already, Hunter has already confessed in the beginning. And so now they have conditioned their mind. These people's minds are conditioned as if they would not, if somebody put hands on them or confronted them or some team or a group of people surrounded them, that they wouldn't use deadly force. It's blowing my mind. It's just blowing my mind, because I've seen people fight, argue, and do all type of shit for less. For less. I'm adding a T. I'm adding a T. I'm making up a word. For less than that. And these same people who be acting a fool, fighting and doing all shooting and blow, all of that type of stuff, got kids. As if their kids don't watch them and mimic them and have that same ignorant mentality. This shit starts at home. That's why one was the aggressor, just like his daddy is. And Karmelo really is the victim. Austin is a casualty of a fight that he started. Stop calling him a victim. He's not a victim. He's a casualty. He's a casualty of a war, of a fight that him and his football team started. They thought that they were going to be victors. But the real victim here is Carmelo Anthony. And by law, he had every right to defend himself. And Frisco bypassed the law. Stop making excuses for it. It is what it is. Stop sugarcoating it. Stop finding excuses. Stop eating at these white folks' ass. It's time to stand up, be solid on the truth and the facts. Cause what y'all expecting this kid to do, you grown folk ass ignorant men and women, don't do that. So y'all hypocrites. Straight up hypocrites. Ain't solid on shit. I said it and I meant it. Now, if you don't like it, leave. Let's go.
And
So what warranted the stabbing? But that didn't warrant being stabbed.
I don't think anyone's saying it warranted him being killed. Carmelo Anthony
But
didn't
this
even-
kid right here thinks that Allison Caysen had every right to defend himself, but Carmelo Anthony didn't. Full of shit.
won't say it warranted him being killed. No one agrees with this straw man argument that people keep on bringing up. No one's saying, "Hey, you put
Hey,
hands
Starlight.
on God,"
Hey, Tom.
Why do you defend him?
because it seems to be a case
So
of,
so when he came up here, he's like, well, why do you defend him? Yeah, you wanted to change the narrative. You wanted to stick to that same narrative that everybody and their mama should be able to see through. Especially the ones that think they, have a special vision, like they have a third eye, and it's, my eye is better than yours type shit. I mean, I don't know what pressure on. But let's go.
self-defense. Won't say it warranted him being killed. No one agrees with this straw man argument that people keep on bringing up. No one's saying, "Hey, you put hands on someone."
What
God.
warranted the stabbing? Why do you defend him?
Because it seems to be a case of self-defense. I don't understand. If Austin was alive, right? Do you think that would strengthen his case of self-defense?
I mean, I don't even know. Maybe it might because stabbing in the heart seems pretty. It seems like his
So
ego
once
got
again, you keep on
fucking
saying
bruised.
stabbing in the heart. I hear you. That's very visceral. But
Yeah.
is there any evidence that has come out that Carmelo Anthony purposely stabbed him in the heart? I haven't seen anything, nor did the prosecution prove that.
Was it an upper hand stab or underhand? I mean, if it was upper hand, like
Now he's talking about the upper and the lower hand. Who is talking about that? Well, is it an upper hand or underhand? How do you know? Who else was you there to see what type of hand it was? Come on, y'all. This is crazy to me. Was it an upper hand or underhand?
I haven't seen anything, nor did the prosecution prove that.
Was it an upper hand stab or underhand? I mean, if it was upper hand, like as if he was like, jabbing down, that seems
I'm unaware of any evidence that was let out in trial proving the intent that Carmelo Anthony intentionally tried to stab him in the heart. It could have been a size difference. Someone who's standing up above you and you're sitting down, yeah, if you go and reach for them, given the size difference, yeah, I mean, depending on where they are at the time they stab you, yeah, that could have just been, as far as him extending his arm out, it just happened to hit you in your chest. But the problem is, there was no arguments even remotely near that. None.
Yeah.
They just let him out to fry. So my issue isn't with, as far as if you were to see the prosecution and the defense and come out with murder, I don't have an issue with that, bro. I really don't. Because that's how shitty the defense was. I have no issue with that. So my issue is not even with the jury. My issue is with the defense. For everyone saying, oh, there's murder, I hear you. If you paid attention to that trial, 100%. I see how you walk away with that because the defense was absolute garbage. But I think there are viable arguments that could have been presented that could have swayed the jury away from beyond all reasonable doubt that this was murder. That's crazy to me.
I think it was I think defending him was a tall task. I don't think, you know.
I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. Because all you have to do is put doubt. It's not hard to have people doubt.
I mean, it's the video. They saw the video. You know, I know we just saw it today, but the jury, they
video
saw
means nothing. What you have to do is your job as an attorney to contextualize the video. Is to explain to people what is happening and put.
And how do you explain that? How do you explain that?
That's the whole point of an attorney, right? That's the whole point of having witnesses. That's the whole point of having, as far as specialists, who can paint this narrative that you're trying to give to the jury.
Do you think Karmelo should have testified?
100%.
Yeah.
Because what's the number one thing that they didn't answer? Why do you have a knife in the begin with, right? That's what people keep on answering. I can't answer that. I'm not Karmelo. Like I said, I can come to some reasonable conclusion why someone carries a knife, but the only person who can answer that is Karmelo. He didn't even bother asking or explaining why he had the knife. If you explain why he had the knife, sure. But you don't even explain it and leave that out there for the jury to come to a conclusion while the prosecution is saying, hey, this kid murdered him. He did it in cold blood. Bruh, that's not a defense. That's a sacrifice. Karmelo was a sacrificial lamb at that point.
I mean,
when it comes to as far as what led you to the point of you stabbing him, what was going through your head that you felt you were in such imminent danger that you had to use lethal force? Talk us through it.
Do you think Travis Michael was justified in killing Ahmaud Arbery?
Travis Michael? No.
Well, you could ask the same question. What went through his head? I mean, it looked a lot like,
there was no defense from the start for him for what he did.
Sorry, say it again?
There was no defense from the start.
Why is he comparing it to every black and white case?
Chasing some guy with a gun. Obviously that's shitty, but you're making the argument that we don't know what was going through Karmelo's head when he decided to stab
Karmelo is what is he declaring?
He's the victim.
Self-defense. So that means the prosecution has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it was not self-defense.
And they did that.
Yes, due to shitty defense. That's correct.
And you lying.
If someone has shitty defense and someone has an amazing offense, yeah, the person with the amazing offense is going to win.
I mean, okay, look, I don't. Do you think it should have even gone to trial to begin with? Like, do you think it? Because I think I watched one of your videos and you said something about how
100% would have gone to trial unless they were doing a plea deal. I doubt they would.
You think it should have though?
Why
think
not?
It should have.
Why not?
If you were the district attorney of Collin County, would you have brought that case upon a grand jury?
You would have to. Why wouldn't you? I don't understand. Why wouldn't you?
Well, it's a self-defense case. You're making that claim. I mean, I don't know.
I hear it's a self-defense case, but there's not really video evidence that proves definitively. The witnesses, as we can see, are saying A and B.
Lying. You be
lying.
lying.
It seemed a lot like they were saying A.
They weren't.
Because y'all was instructed to.
The prosecution, even in their closing statements, admitted that the witness testimony was inconsistent.
Okay, I didn't read the transcript, so they should have filmed it, had it live, so we can all watch it.
I don't disagree.
But, yeah, okay, Lucas, if you had a son...
Y'all hear that? They all was saying the same thing.
But if you had a son, and he was at a pool, and he got in an argument like boys do, right? Because that's what boys with testosterone do. Mm-hmm. They get in arguments, they fucking do scuffles and shit. If your son pushed another boy, would you? I mean, you wouldn't want your son to be stabbed, right?
No, but I would also tell my son, hey,
Jeff Metcalf's shoes.
you are not Nostradamus. You can't predict the future. You can't predict how someone's going to react. There are people who react in a
You hear him
calm manner,
giggling?
and there are people who
Can we put
overreact.
You hear him giggling?
And they did that.
Yes, due to shitty defense. That's correct.
So
in a game, if someone has shitty defense and someone has an amazing offense, yeah, the person with the amazing offense is going to win.
I mean, okay. Look, I don't. Do you think it should have even gone to trial to begin with? Like, do you think it? Cause I think I watched one of your videos and you said something about how
100% would have gone to trial, unless they were doing a plea deal. I doubt they would have.
You think it should have though?
Why?
You
Why
think
not?
it should have?
Why
If
not?
you were the district attorney of Collin County, would you have brought that case upon a grand jury?
You would have to. Why wouldn't you? I don't understand. Why wouldn't you?
Well, it's a self-defense case. You're making that claim. I mean, I don't know.
I hear it's a self-defense case, but there's not really video evidence that proves such definitively. The witnesses, as we can see, are saying A and B.
No, it seemed a lot like they were saying A.
Because y'all was instructed to say A.
Testimony was, bro, the prosecution, even in their closing statements, admitted that the witness testimony was inconsistent.
Okay, I didn't.
I mean, he is so telling off on himself. It's just blowing my mind.
I don't disagree.
Somebody should have told him to stay off this call.
Son and I don't want to take much of your time, but if you had a son and he's at a pool and he got in an argument like boys do, right? Because that's what boys with testosterone do. They get in arguments, they fucking do scuffles and shit. If your son pushed another boy, would you, I mean, you wouldn't want your son to be stabbed, right?
No, but
keep your hands to yourself.
Jeff Metcalf's shoes.
You are not Nostradamus. You can't predict the future. You can't predict how someone's going to react. There are people who react in a calm manner, and there are people who overreact.
Yeah, and we put the people who overreact in prison.
Great,
because they
but
don't
at the end of the day, my boy's dead.
And that's
crazy to me. So what I'm going to tell my son, keep your hands to yourself.
But boys fight. I fought, bro. Like, I would fight with my friends. Like, I go to a pool, we get in a scuffle. That's normal, bro. That's what boys do. Do you really want to live in a society where
there's a difference
you have boys just stabbing each other left and right and having
fighters fight.
No, now they shoot you.
Way to cause fights.
That's what Precious say. Use that gun.
You can retreat. You don't have to get into a fight.
Knives are for females.
It's very simple.
Pick up a gun and shoot them between their eyes.
If you want to fight so bad, if that's what you got, go join the UFC. Become a boxer. I don't know what to tell you.
Bro.
But you don't know how.
Yeah, so that's that. This is how they fed them boys to go on that stand and lie. Boys fight. The boys fight.
You are not.
You know, testosterone.
Why wouldn't you? I don't understand. Why wouldn't you?
Well, it's a self-defense case. You're making that claim. I mean, I don't know.
I know you don't know.
But there's not really video evidence that proves definitively.
But the law said he can use deadly force.
No, it seemed a lot like they were saying A.
They weren't, because as far as their testimony was,
bro,
the prosecution, even in their closing statements, admitted that the witness testimony was inconsistent.
That y'all was saying the same stuff, but y'all weren't even consistent with that.
So they should have filmed it, had it live, so we can all watch it.
I don't disagree.
But, yeah, okay, Lucas. If you had a son and he...
Y'all, please listen. Like this video. Share it. My point in the planning again is so y'all can share it so that it can gain feet and grow. That Eddie is really on here telling little details. He's telling little details. He's dropping gems. Yeah, all of y'all are saying the same thing because that's how y'all was instructed. That's how y'all was coached. That was the whole plan. But y'all couldn't even be on one accord with that. Some of y'all didn't want to lie. Some of y'all was like, oh shit, I don't even want to be here. Some of them was like, yep. He tapped him. You said he tapped him. Now you on here saying he's a bully. He should have just left him alone and let him stay up under the tent. You wasn't even man enough, smart enough to say, yeah, this my boy, I know him. Why? Yeah. Why did the other cat say Austin stood up and took it for the team? Yeah, because he was talking shit about how sorry y'all team was. See, you went up here calling in sounding dumb as until Carmelo Anthony got a dream team. Now it's every man for himself. Your lie is your lie. The way you turned on Carmelo Anthony, them Metcalf folks is finna turn on you. Baby, karma is tapping at your door. The same way you turned on Carmelo, they finna turn on you. And you know this, man. Now it's spiraling out of control. See, before, they had control of it. See, they had it all mapped out how this shit was gonna go. That's why Metcalf was in there shaking his head up and down, no, all of that type shit. Just follow me. That's why that state came in saying, oh, yeah, Frisco's a nice place, isn't it? Yeah, Frisco, you know, it's this, is that. You living comfortable, everything's fine, you know, shit. Yeah, and that's subliminal of, do you want to continue to live in Frisco? Do you want to continue to live here? Yes, yes, sir. Frisco is nice. Yeah. Now, this and that. Okay. How you living? Your nice house, your mom, everybody. Yeah, okay. You have plans to go off to college? Oh, good. Yeah. You still okay? Now let's flip that around. Okay, that's saying, do you still want this scholarship? Do you want to go off to college? You want this free ride? Oh yeah, college. Good. Okay, so you going to college? Is that right? Okay. Nice town. You're going off to college. It seems like okay. So you comfortable. Don't forget ideal. That's symbolic of do. Don't forget ideal. I'm gonna coach you along the way when I say, is that right? So that means say yes. So how y'all had it planned out and mapped out all in the beginning? You know, well, it was just supposed to be a fight, and he was just supposed to get his ass whooped, and yeah, because that's what kids do. That's that testosterone. That's what. But now that you calling them, yeah, cause this new team, not attorney, just not a whole team, specialists. Yeah, shit. NAACP, civil rights in there. Oh, Lord. This is not about black and white. This is not racist. Why are y'all calling NAACP? Why is civil rights? Oh, God, Ben Crump. Oh, his attorney firm. Oh, God. What have I gotten myself into? And then that judge and shit who is releasing shit is saying, we told you not to make this about race, Jeff Metcalf, and you went and got on there and said watermelon felon. You went on there with that little retarded ass girl and started saying niggers, and you got 8 kids and shit, and you can't even feed them little motherfuckers. Went on there, got pissy ass drunk. He looked like he's a Scotch man. He was on that Scotch or either that gin, cause gin will make you sin. And they saying, oh, Metcalf Jeff, you went too far. You went too far. I can't help you now. You made it about race. Why would you call him a watermelon felon? Why didn't you mention watermelon? You know you can't say watermelon with black folks. That's like calling them monkeys and shit. You can't do that. So now I can't help you. They done called the NAACP and the civil rights attorneys. Hell, we got some of these specialists and shit from here on the pills. Yeah. If y'all ever wonder what's going on, that's what's going on right now. Yeah, shit. Why didn't you do that? And he gonna say, well, hell, I had a couple of drinks. I had a couple of drinks, Roach. What can you do for me? Ain't shit I can do for you. They asking for videos. And you got other people who've seen them. And the shit is leaking. So, my hands are tied. Hell, they can't disbar me because I'm finna go. But hell, they can do some other stuff because I let some shit go by that I shouldn't. They are bringing up his medical condition. Hell, he was disabled. He had a disability. Medical records, you remember? I wouldn't let that in. They finna expose all this shit. Yeah, I gotta let you, you gotta fend for yourself. Ain't nothing I can do. You shouldn't have made it a race war. We told you not to do that. That's what's happening now, y'all. That's what's happening now. Civil rights and NAACP, oh my God. We fucked. We are fucked. But what about them kids? Fuck them kids. Now it's fuck them kids. And now Eddie on here trying to figure out, what can he do? What can he say? Well, what about this? What about that? Well, what about this? And Caysen, Allison, he was being jumped. Oh, hell, Karmelo Anthony was being jumped too. Caysen, Allison used the knife. They had guns at the prom when they got into a fight. So not only did they have a knife, but they started with guns. And he took it inside the school. Not on the track field. He took it inside his high school. He didn't poke him once to get him up off of him. Multiple wounds. And a few of them to the back. How do you justify that as a negligence homicide? But Karmelo Anthony is murder one. Carry on. And y'all don't think they're going to be able to overturn something? Yeah, no. Even if we going to line it up. How was it stand your ground for Caysen, Allison, no duty to retreat? I thought that wasn't allowed in Texas. The other boy who he stabbed didn't have a knife. He didn't have a knife. He got poked 3-4 times. But because he had fought him before, beat him up before, he was able to get a stand your ground and no duty to retreat in the school, boys' bathroom. But Karmelo Anthony could not be surrounded by the Memorial football linebacker, the whole squad, and feel threatened. He didn't purchase his utilities. See, they didn't call Caysen Allison weapon a utility tool. They called his a straight up knife. And it was a grown folk knife because it was his daddy's knife. They ain't say how many inches it was, but it was his daddy's shit that he brought to school for a fight that was supposed to be at a park. So when he gonna try to act like it wasn't premeditated, that's a lie. It was. They was supposed to fight at a park. They had agreed to fight at a park, but somebody got caught in the bathroom. And then some other boys followed them in the bathroom. And then the fight took off. And Caysen Allison was being whooped. And he pulled out the knife that he intentionally took to school to unalive somebody. And stand your ground worked. The law worked. So again, I say, all you sorry, trifling ass, darker shades of 50 Shades of Brown who making excuses for what happened. Yeah, do the case study on Caysen Allison. And it's going to make all y'all look like fools for even trying to play the system. They intentionally bypass the law. Yeah, because Frisco, as the state say, you know, we this is a nice, clean town. We don't, this is not Duncanville. This is not Lancaster, Cedar Hill. This is not none of that shit. That's trash. That's garbage. Maybe that's where he should have moved. But your black ass ain't bringing that shit here. And I know, we know that Austin started him and his twin ass, sorry ass, bad tempered ass brother. We know that. But we can't let a ninja number 9, you know, we just can't, just don't feel right to let this happen. And we are MAGA. We are making America slaves again. Might as well go back to Jim Crow on this one. This is our statement. And if we can get away with this, then we will be able to bypass the stand your ground, give us time to change that law. Because right now, it was still in the books at that time. Yeah. Yeah. Let's finish this on up.
But if you had a son and he was at a pool and he got in an argument like boys do, right? Because that's what boys with testosterone do. They get in arguments. They fuck.
Them white boys ain't going in Frisco. Read the room of the city you in. What you mean, read the room, the city you in? This ain't never happened before. Pressure, what you talking about? Again, you just making up stuff. You just talking. This ain't, I mean, what room? Read the room. He was comfortable in there. He had been there for a few years. He was comfortable with his Mexican girlfriend or whatever the fuck she was. What you mean? He been reading the room. They was jealous. They was butthurt. They was in their feelings. He didn't know that these hoes was coming up on him because they was in his feelings. He didn't know that Austin Hunter was gonna be ear hustling. What you mean? Read the room. Shut up with that stupid shit, man. That's stupid shit to me. I always talk about read the room. No, yeah. If you gonna shoot the shit, shoot the shit. You grown ass men, when y'all go to people's on Sundays and playing cards and drinking and in you know, doing all that other manly shit, you don't read the room. When your team is playing and winning, you gonna pop your shit, nigga. You don't care who in there. So stop that with all that stupid shit. You trolling now. I mean, Frisco ain't the only place in Dallas, the Fort Worth Metroplex area that'll show you that. Yeah, but that's where he lived and he had been living there. Obviously, he hadn't been bullied like that before. I mean, so how can he read something he'd never experienced? How do you expect a fucking kid to read a room pressure when grown folk can't read rooms? You kill me with that stupid shit. You perfect, your kids is perfect, your wife is perfect, everything that's about pressure is perfect. And you stuck on bullshit. You believe your own lies. You believe your own lies. You believe your own fairy tale. That's a sign of a severe narcissist. Yeah. Grown folk can't read the room. What the hell is wrong with you? You think a 17-year-old can? Gone pressure. You stuck on bullshit, man. Go ahead.
Can do scuffles and shit. If your son pushed another boy, would you, I mean, you wouldn't want your son to be stabbed, right?
No, but I would also tell my son, hey,
Jeff Metcalf's shoes.
And now he putting himself in Jeff Metcalf's shoes. See, that's who fed them this bullshit. Jeff Metcalf. I ain't made up shit. Mine is the truth. That's my reality. See, cause you gangster. You was raised up in all of that shoot 'em up bang bang shit. That ain't how everybody was raised. So it ain't nobody making up shit. I'm telling you how I fucking feel in real life. And who the fuck are you to try to tell me that's not how I feel? Nigga, you crazy. What I say, I mean. What you say depends. Cause when you watching footballs with the fella and you popping the shit, you act just like these kids. Ask your wife, ask any female who has to put up. They rather a female go shopping, go hang out with your girls, cause we finna cut the fuck up. Yeah, so you stuck on bullshit. You lying to yourself. And stop expecting teenage kids to be smarter than you grown ass men, cause they learned this shit from y'all. Men who are into football. Yeah, you the liar. You're the one who's in denial. You on fantasy, goddamn Island. The plane is landing. Yeah, you on Fantasy Island. That's what the fuck you on, Pressure. Yeah, that's what you on, partner. You on bullshit. You on make-believe. Yeah, not me. That's why I can see through him. I ain't sugarcoating shit. He should have kept his fucking hand to himself and he would be alive.
You can't predict the future. You can't predict how someone's going to react. There are people who react in a calm manner, and there are people who overreact.
And we put the people who overreact in prison.
Great,
Because they don't belong in society.
And the person who started it, the aggressor, sometimes find themselves in the grave. They want to bypass the law. And that's one of the most mind-boggling things of this whole situation is people will make excuses for breaking the law. When the law clearly says if you mess with somebody and they feel threatened, they have every right for deadly force. See, y'all mindset, a lot of these, that's why I said a lot of these folk who have the mindset that they have, it's because they have a criminal mindset. Because if they didn't have a criminal mindset, they would have never been in the penal system before. But them are the main ones who feel like, well, somebody died, so somebody got to go to jail. No, that's not what the law in Texas say. That's why these white folk bypass the law. That's why a different set of people now are putting their eyes on it. Yeah. So what normally worked before with them, bypassing the law, their asses is finna get caught too. And yeah, that's just what that is. And if you have a problem with the pressure, you just have a problem with it. But again, I'm going to say, hopefully for the last time with you, Texas law said Karmelo Anthony followed the motherfucking law. And if you have a problem with that, I'm sorry. He followed the law, whether you like it or not. He did everything right. He did everything right. That's why this boy up here trying to justify a bully being a bully, but he didn't deserve to be unalived with a knife. Well, what should he have been unalive with since he couldn't control his emotions because people calling him trash on the field? Yeah, and if you was trash, then do better. But keep your hands to yourself. The law says somebody can take you out. And they don't have to run. They don't have to fight back. They don't have to do a motherfucking thing. Yeah. And can't nobody justify how Caysen Allison was charged with 2 years. Negligent homicide. And he poked 3-4 times. And intentionally brought a knife to school to fight. Can't justify that. You can't make excuses for that. And he got 8 more years because of prior with guns. Yeah, the one fight he had, there was a gun that was introduced. He was on probation for a gun. So he wasn't following the law. And he still didn't get charged first degree murder. Yeah, shut up. Don't type nothing else in my comment section.
So what I'm going to tell my son, keep your hands to yourself.
Absolutely.
But boys fight. I fought, bro. Like, I would fight with my friends. Like, I'd go to a pool, we get in a scuffle. That's normal, bro. That's what boys
It's not a
do.
scuffle. If I say I don't want to fight, that's not mutual combat. That's assault. That's assault. It's not mutual combat. He said, you say whatever you want to say. Just don't touch me.
Live in a society
Listen,
where
there's a difference.
boys just
And he did not have the weapon until somebody grabbed his shit. He didn't have the weapon. It's self-defense. Austin put the weapon in his hand. He gave him the weapon. If he'd have kept his hands to himself and not touch him, but before that, if he wouldn't have stolen his property, picking up his property, Karmelo Anthony would have never, ever had the bag in his hand. It's self-defense. It ain't no 5 to shit. Austin unalived himself when he fell on that bag that he picked up. That wasn't his property. He don't deserve shit. Yeah. So how you gonna justify picking up somebody's shit? Grabbing it. Now what I'm finna add to this story, because can't nobody tell me how he gave it to Karmelo Anthony. I'm going to assume since he was enraged, he shoved it in his chest. He damn sure didn't put it in his hands. Then he fell over it. He poked himself.
stabbing each other left and right and having
Fighters fight, but fighters don't go out of their way to cause fights. Do you understand? You can retreat. You don't have to get into a fight. It's very simple. I don't have to get into a fight. If you want to fight so bad, if that's what you got, go join the UFC. Become a boxer. I don't know what to tell you.
Bro.
But you don't know how another person is going to respond. And unless you know what's on that person, right? He can have a knife, he can have a gun.
With a stab, you put that motherfucker in prison for 35 years.
It doesn't matter, though. I don't know. If you were going to ask any father who's lost their son, if you were going to ask Jeff Metcalf, hey, would you rather your son be a pussy that day and be alive, or would you rather the outcome you have? I guarantee 100% Jeff Metcalf would have probably said, I'd rather my son be a pussy and walk away.
What about Drew Anthony?
What about who?
He would say that. Carmelo's dad. What do you think he would say if he was given those options?
Probably the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. It was Karmelo that did it. I mean, Austin. He was in the wrong.
He was in the wrong. He was in the wrong. He was in the wrong. And you tell me they couldn't get a reasonable doubt? He was in the wrong. He's already said he was a bully. He's already said that Allison should have just chilled and let him sit up under the tent. He was in the wrong. And y'all tell me y'all couldn't have got reasonable doubt? And he deserved 35. Austin was in the wrong.
Get pussy and walk away.
What about Drew Anthony?
What about who?
We don't even know him by Drew Anthony. Yeah, you know who you. Yeah, it's Andrew, but I get it. You know these people. People who taking Austin's side is delusion. Yeah, they don't want to hear the truth. They want to bypass the law to justify 35 years. But the law said it's self-defense. He don't have to retreat. That's how they looked at, oh boy. Yeah, and that rage or passion or rage or whatever, I say both about, and you would. Yeah, because you ain't solid. You ain't solid. So I know that about you now, Pressure. You ain't solid. The law say you bullshit. The law in Texas say you bullshit in your way of thinking. Yeah, so you ain't smart. You just one of them dumbass niggas who don't want to tell them white folk they wrong. Yeah, that's what that is.
What about
alive, or would you rather the outcome you have? I guarantee 100% Jeff Metcalf would probably say, I'd rather my son be a pussy and walk away.
what about
Why is there a law? Why is there a law? Yeah. If you're going to say they both wrong, fuck that. Keep your hands to yourself. And the ones who didn't was wrong. Yeah, you can't tell me how to fight. I said, we cool. We cool as long as you don't touch me. And you say, fuck you, nigga. I'm going to touch you anyway. Get the fuck on. You call our team trash. I don't give a fuck. Listen, Pressure, listen. Don't make me say what I'm finna say. Don't make me say what I'm finna say. So go on with that stupid shit. He followed the law. You can't even respect the fact that the kid followed the law. And I'm probably sure your son has broke the law. So I don't give a fuck about that. You can keep that shit to yourself. You full of shit. And you raising your son to be full of shit. Yeah, to not stand on principle. Yeah, you saying fuck the law when you can't stand by the law. Now don't stop, Pressure. Please stop.
What about who?
Karmelo's dad. What do you think he would say if he was given those options?
Probably the same thing.
He eating out their ass.
Yeah, exactly. It was Karmelo that did it. I mean, Austin. He was in the wrong. I made this.
Austin was the aggressor. I don't know what to tell you.
But he didn't stab him, bro. Austin was a.
But he didn't stab him, bro.
Okay,
You're absolutely correct.
Austin was a what? See, you know that's funny. Even Eddie know that Austin was 100% wrong, and your white black ass up here talking about they both wrong. See how that worked? Even Eddie saying Austin was 100% wrong.
Aggressor. I don't know what to tell you.
But he didn't stab him, bro. Austin was 100% wrong. Okay,
You're absolutely correct.
Austin was 100. See, Pressure, you can't even say that. You so far up in these white folk ass, you can't even say that. Austin was 100% wrong. Shout out to you, Eddie, for at least telling the truth. You just late. You flipped on your boy. Now you worried because it's a new sheriff in town. Let's go. He was 100% wrong. No, you didn't. You say they both was wrong. He's saying he was 100% wrong, not 50% wrong. He said 100% wrong. That is not what the fuck you said. Shut up. You full of shit.
He was in the wrong.
He was more wrong. He was more wrong.
What about who?
Karmelo's dad. What do you think he would say if he was given those options?
He was 100% wrong. You're not even man enough, honest enough to say that. You full of shit. You full of shit. No, that ain't what you said. It was 50-50. Now that he done said Austin was 100% wrong, now you trying to come back. You one of the ones that they done paid to go again. Yeah, he full of shit. He full of funky cow shit. Yeah, he not to thy own self be true. Yeah. When Charlie Kirk got unalive, he was on that road too. Yeah, that Zionist shit. Always making excuses for the evil of it all. But said he was a Christian and a believer. But he don't believe in empathy. Man, go sit down and shut up. Go sit down and shut up. Your heart ain't right. We've had this discussion before. You need to check your heart. Yeah. Check your heart, Christian brother. You sound like one of them wolves in sheep clothing. Well, sometimes you have to. Yeah, now it's coming out that Erica Kirk had her own nigga unalive and you was all up in they white ass. You always in the white folk ass. Yeah, you's an ass eater. Yeah, I'm going to tell you like that.
I mean, Austin...
Not half and half. You a straight up ass eater.
I made this...
Austin was the aggressor. I don't know what to tell you.
But he didn't stab him, bro. Austin was 100% wrong. Okay,
You're
if
absolutely
Austin
correct.
was... Listen, Lucas, listen. If Austin was 100% in the wrong, Karmelo was 10,000% in the wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Do we agree on that?
No,
Oh, of
I
course
don't.
not. Never mind. Yeah.
Like, why would
He's
I
still
say
looking
that
for
if I
people to
had a
justify.
justifiable case for self-defense?
That's why I said it was stupid to say
Doesn't make
that.
any sense.
It was stupid.
I know.
Yeah, just like oh boy, just like Pressure. The shit he said is stupid.
It's very much similar to many police incidents. I believe he had a justifiable case for self-defense.
That's why I said it was stupid to say
Doesn't make
that.
any sense.
I know.
If somebody,
I guess
it's very much similar to many police incidents. Where it's like, hey, the officer didn't have to shoot. What's her name? I forgot the white lady in the car. Officer didn't have to shoot and kill that lady.
Wait, which lady?
What was the lady who got killed by the ICE officer?
Oh, I don't even know.
I forgot her name. But yeah, the officer didn't have to kill her.
Yeah, but you think he was justified? Because he
Legally,
subjectively thought...
that's where we get down to. Renee Good, that's her name. Yeah, legally, yeah, he was.
Oh, Renee Good. No. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. I mean...
So, when it comes to Karmelo, I think legally,
was...
if he had gotten off, right, and shown to be self-defense, I don't think anybody would have been like, yay, dead Austin. No. They'd be like, yeah, this is horrible. Nobody, foresaw that a knife wound...
So you think it's fucked up? You think it's fucked up that people are like, posting memes of, like,
no, I don't. I think
grave?
it's very much, I think it's eye for an eye right now.
Bro, that's fucked up.
It is what it is. You don't like it, then don't do it.
Okay. You say what you don't want to say. I think you're a liar and a hypocrite.
Hey, you need to have self-control.
I think you're wrong.
I agree, bro. I agree.
All right, then. So this is what's going on.
What happened to using fists? If Karmelo just got up and fucking sucker punched him or whatever and just ran away, I'd be like, yep, 100% deserved. 100% deserved. But he didn't. He decided to stab him and run away.
I hear you. Do you not understand that Karmelo was not expecting a dead Austin Metcalf?
Wasn't expecting
I
that.
don't know what to tell you. Usually people don't die. Usually people don't die from stab wounds. Usually people don't die from stab wounds. Usually.
Why the fuck did he stab him, bro? Like, what the...
Yeah, see, he was like, this is not how this was supposed to go. This was not how it was supposed to go. It was just supposed to be a fight. It was scuff. I was going to record it. I was going to go viral. He was talking the shit about Memorial, and then we was just going to jump him and beat him up, and we was going to laugh about it. Years later, we was going to be able to laugh and talk about how we beat it, because he was the golden child. His stats was the best in Frisco, and it just wasn't supposed to go that way. None of this is not how it was supposed to be. And it is becoming full circle. Yeah, Pressure, it is becoming full circle. It just didn't go away, did it? It's coming back alive. That's why boy is locked up. Yeah. And the feds picked it up. It's most definitely full circle if you're talking about Dolph and Mo 3 and all of that. Or are you talking about this right here? What are you talking about? Since you finning for straws to be right. Since you finning for straws to be right. Yeah. Everybody, you know, he fend for straws to be right. He say he blessed with telepathy or whatever he say he have. He can't be wrong, so he gotta stay in the middle. Stay in the middle. He ain't solid on shit. Hey, melanated queen. So he just wanna be right. I didn't say that about this case. What the fuck you talking about, Pressure? I ain't say that about here. What are you talking about? It's still ongoing in Memphis, in Texas. Now what the fuck you talking about? You think the feds just picked a no hands go van up for nothing? Yeah, I know it's about that girl, but that girl is telling them some shit, dumbass. Yeah, dumbass. How you gonna be the law? Think you know everything? Yeah, why the feds picking it up? Why is Yo Gotti all of a sudden talking? Huh? You so dumb, you slow. Are you teaching your kids to be dumb and slow? I'm just asking.
The whole point that the prosecution
Allegedly.
made, that, it was in the heart. Yeah, if you get stabbed in the heart, yeah, you're gonna die.
We are like meat sacks produced from like millions, billions of years of evolution. Our bodies are so fucking fragile. There's no intelligent creator here. We're just sacks of meat. You stab us. I mean, any organ you stab, that's very likely you're gonna fucking die because of the internal bleeding.
Sure, but that doesn't happen.
He was up under the school tent talking to the guy who's talking right now. He was invited, Zig. Where have you been? Don't ask shit that we've already talked about. Don't come in here asking shit that we've already talked about. If you late to the party, if you late to the tea, oh well, hit my Cash App. But don't come in here asking shit. Do you need my Cash App for me to tell you why? Why are you just now answering that? Huh? Why are you late to the damn party? All the witnesses ain't gone. All the witnesses ain't gone. What the fuck you mean?
Unless you hit an organ or you hit a nerve. Not a nerve, an artery.
Like millions, billions of years of evolution. Our bodies are so fucking fragile. There's no intelligent creator.
I mean, he is really making excuses, just like Pressure. You know, a fight was supposed to just be a fight. He was supposed to let us kick his ass.
Sure, but that doesn't happen instantaneously. Unless you hit an organ or you hit a nerve. Not a nerve, an artery.
Bodies are organs, bro. Like, what the fuck? Do you not...
If I stab you in the stomach, you're not magically just gonna die like in the movies. That's not how that works. You bleed out. Bleeding out is a long, excruciating...
And that's why the mama said how she came from Grapevine and to Frisco. How did she beat the ambulance? She don't know how she beat the ambulance. She don't know how she got to the hospital before Austin and them got there. Huh? How did she beat them to the hospital? Since we talking about bleeding out, did he expire on the field or did he expire at the hospital? Because the mama said she beat her son to the hospital and she was coming from Grapevine. Yeah, no. That should not have been.
What the fuck? Do you not...
If I stab you in the stomach, you're not magically just gonna die like in the movies. That's not how that works. You bleed out. Bleeding.
And when you Google it, he was stabbed in the chest, not the heart. But that's what they was told to say on the witness stand.
Now is a long, excruciating period of time.
What about internal bleeding, though?
Now he just grabbing for straws, y'all. Now he's just grabbing for straws.
You can't put a tourniquet on your fucking torso.
Sure, by all means, but because we have, we are in the 21st century, right? And there's usually an EMT or some type of medical person on a track meet like that. You just don't die out. Like, you're not dying from the...
And the coach failed. Short staff. The track meet was supposed to have been canceled. You didn't have enough staff. You had the boys assist you. Pressure, why you just won't chill? That's a right and wrong thing too. I mean, what you're saying, you contradicting yourself. That's right and wrong too. It was right. It was in their eyes. They felt like they was right to manipulate. It's all about cover up and manipulation. But if you don't see that, oh my God, you need to go clean your eye, that third eye, whatever it is that you say you have. They pumped all that blood out trying to save him. Maybe because he kept saying, "Stay with me, stay with me." I don't know, but you know, the ambulance couldn't get in. They had to figure out a way for him to get in. The paramedics had to, run up, and I mean, it was just crazy. Yeah, but how did the mama come from Grapevine to Frisco and beat them to the hospital?
The plague or something. That's not how that works. It's modern medicine.
Do we agree that Karmelo intended bodily injury to Austin?
Yes.
By using a knife?
100%.
Okay, there you go. Do you think Austin intended bodily injury on Karmelo by shoving him?
The issue is we can't conflate bodily injury with death.
Yes, well,
I don't know what to tell you.
If you get stabbed anywhere in the torso,
because there have been people who have died from punches.
But Austin didn't punch him, he shoved him.
I understand, but the point is,
that's not going to kill someone.
We can't conflate a punch or a knife or anything with automatic death. Hey, if you stab this person, they're going to die.
Dude.
Hey, if you punch this person, they're going to die. Shit happens sometimes.
He is looking for a reason to justify him lying on the witness stand.
You are so being irrational, man. Like,
it's not being irrational.
I wish you could see this. I wish you could see how irrational you are. Like you're conflating a shove with a stab as if they're equal. Like,
no one's conflating a shove with a stab. I've never made that argument. The same thing. What are you talking about?
All right. Listen, I gotta go, man. But
all
thanks for the call.
I appreciate it. You take care. Stay safe. I don't know why this is so hard for people to understand. It's like the same thing I've argued when it comes to police brutality. Just because someone resists arrest doesn't mean automatically death. That's not how that...
Okay, y'all. I don't have to go because he gets real graphic. I got some age restrictions and stuff on here because at the end, some of his dialect got kind of, I don't know what was it. I don't know if it wasn't aggressive. It was real life, but it was they age restricted it. That's all I'm gonna say. And it was on this end down here when he started talking to his subscribers. So y'all actually thought he was gonna get a fair trial in Frisco. Listen, I expect for people to follow the law. Fair trial, whatever. I was hopeful that they would follow the law. They have shown that they didn't, and they probably won't. So yeah, I was hopeful. I was hopeful that they would follow the law. Did I believe that the jury would be able to see reasonable doubt? Yes, I thought that they would be able to see reasonable doubt. But at the end of the day, it was already set. It was already staged out. It was already rigged. Yeah, I don't walk around just being doubtful about everything. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to live like that. I'm going to want you to follow the law. That's the law of the land. That's what God said. God said follow the law of the land. Now, he didn't say follow the rig, go along with the rig, so you got a rig mindset. I'm gonna always be hopeful. I was born and raised in Texas. I know how Texas go. And it's not just Frisco. Let's not get it twisted. Frisco ain't the only place where shit was rigged. So you can get off that bullshit. Yeah, I'm not gonna accept your bullshit. Always negative about everything. No. Sometimes the law prevails. It prevailed. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it like that. It ain't about me trusting the feds. It's about respecting the law. It ain't about trusting the feds. This wasn't a Fed case. What you talking about? What you talking about? You get stuck on stupid and you don't know how to move. So move on with that pressure. Because this ain't a Fed case, so why would you even bring up the feds? Yeah. Teach your kids to follow the law. And I expect for the white folk to follow the law too. And now because they didn't, all eyes is on Frisco. Now it's in a bad way. Yeah. See, now Frisco finna get their ass spanked. You can believe that. You can believe whatever you want to believe. They finna get their ass spanked. That's why these folks is nervous. That's why old boy came out saying, oh, well, it wasn't me who made it about race. I mean, I know I was drunk. I know I said those things. I know it. But it's Dominique Alexander's fault because he wouldn't let me come in and pray. That's bullshit. And you bullshit too. Okay, good people, let me go. I've been on her way too long. I got to get ready for Trump shit. I gotta get ready for Trump shit. Yeah, you can't manipulate me, Big Pressure. You can't manipulate me. You can't manipulate me. It's just safe for you to be in the middle because you ain't man enough to stand on principle. You ain't man enough to stand on integrity. You ain't man enough to stand on the truth. You ain't man enough to abide by the law and go by the law and expect for them white folks to follow the law the way they expect for black folk to follow it. You ain't man enough. So you can't fuck with me with the intel, nigga. Cause you safe in the middle. Yeah. You don't stand on shit. You don't stand on shit. You scared to get out the fucking middle. That's your safety zone. That's what weak niggas do. They say, well, you know, yeah. See, people like you shouldn't have ever been in the penal system. Have you been in jail and prison before? I hope not, Pressure, because that means you didn't follow the law and you got caught. So now you think everybody else is supposed to, you know, go to jail. Hell, I went to jail. Shit. Yeah, but you wasn't a good kid. You didn't follow the law. You broke it. And that's why you was in it. He followed the law. And they mad that he followed it. So then they broke the law. To teach these black folk, not just Karmelo Anthony. Yeah, don't get too cocky because they already saying we putting them in the back of the bus. Now, you don't know how to do dirt. Did you ain't never been to jail, Pressure? Let's see if you check your integrity. You ain't never been to jail, Pressure. You ain't never been to jail. You've always did it right. You ain't never been to jail. Is that what you telling me? Liar, pants on fire. Yeah. And when you went to jail, did you break the law? Did you break the law? Whether you had to or not. I mean, because we going to always make excuses for what the things that we did wrong. Yeah, the difference is he followed the law. Stop comparing him. He followed the law. He wasn't you. So he's in jail because the white folks couldn't stand the fact that he followed the law. Because most black folk break it. It's just that simple. That's it. That's all. I didn't say prison. I said jail. So you done got caught breaking the law. My point exactly. I didn't say nothing about prison. I got a good lawyer in my family. So you broke the law. And somebody in your family got you off. See how you move the goalpost? I ain't say nothing. I said, have you broke the law? Have you went to jail? I ain't say shit about prison. I said jail. See how you do? See how I caught you though? Okay, good people. I can't stand it no more because he can't even be solid on the shit he did. So how do I expect for him to be solid? I ain't say shit about prison. I ain't say nothing about what you got off on. I said, have you been to jail? Have you broke the law? And the answer is yes. And somebody in your family got you out from going to prison. So you broke the law. You are not the same. He followed the law. Then why did you have to have a good family lawyer to, well, what you talking about? I asked you, have you been to jail? What the fuck you bringing up a good lawyer for? Your answer should have been no. I don't believe you now. You're a liar. Okay, good people, let me go. Yeah, because I could catch him the same way I caught Eddie. You answering shit. You giving up answers on shit I didn't even ask you. But when I asked you, you couldn't say no. You couldn't say yes. You said, that wouldn't be me. Because I told you I'm a special type of narcissist. Yeah, boy, gone. Y'all have a good night. I'll be back with my Trump stuff here shortly. I know I'm late. Oh, no, I got to sit for 9:30. Let me charge this up. Y'all, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace and hair grease, baby. Like, share, and subscribe. Support my platform. Hit the Cash App. $AUNTEAFEE. Good gems. I'm telling you, this was good gems. Good gems. Peace.